619.
This is JP.
This is Dave.
This is Brian.
This is Justin.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, even though we don't have ladies.
Ladies.
Yes.
Heard of the Charlie in the box. Your voice cracked. Did you hear it?
Yes, it does that on occasion. Welcome to the episode 100 of the 619 Bear Podcast, a.k.a. the
Bearcast.
the Bear Podcast, the 619 Bearcast Bear Podcast.
Oh, okay.
619 Bearcast.
I thought you just
Podcast.
called it the wrong thing.
I probably
We've
did.
already,
You're
we've already
halfway
been
through a
drinking.
drink.
No, this is the Drunkcast, and we're all
brother.
having alcohol tonight. And some of us are cranky,
Oh, no.
but we're lubricating so as to lessen the cranks.
Yes.
Dave's already had an entire drink. I've had 3 sips of mine.
I didn't quite finish it, but I'm pouring them pretty strong. I don't know.
So we should tell everybody what we're drinking. I'm drinking.
Well, episode 100, woohoo, by the way.
Oh, we already said that, right?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little...
Don't live in the past.
Well,
Brian,
hi.
this is your camera over
I know,
here.
but look, there's a camera right here. See, I'm drinking 3 olives. This is called purple because it's purple and it tastes like ghetto Kool-Aid, and I'm mixing it with Monster Energy drink, which is right there.
But see, the camera, this is your camera.
Well, right.
That's what your
but
face is, so that-
Reed is going to edit it so it shows the alcohol, and then it's going to show me, and it's going to show the alcohol.
Reed is here tonight. He's videoing us.
and not drinking.
did we
He's our
mention-
designated driver?
Did we
He's
mention-
also our designated driver.
Do you mention this is the first time we've done it on videotape?
Mm.
Yes, this is our first video.
Yes. Other than having clips now and again, this is the first.
I know.
So if it doesn't work, and it may not,
Don't worry, we're not going to do another show after this anyway.
We'll have someone do an anime version of it for the
Yes.
thing.
That's a good
Well,
idea.
I am drinking Seagram 7.
Dave, that's not your camera.
Dave, that's not your mic.
Pluck, pluck, pluck. And 7
Bottoms
Up.
up, Pooh Bear.
7 and 7 is my favorite.
Or 14.
I've got 2. Woo!
You ever call it a 14?
I have.
You
I've
can't
had
call it a 14.
3 times this week. That's 42.
Right on.
Is it?
And I brought
It
like
is.
a ton of mixed matched alcohol.
Brought your entire cabinet.
No, I didn't bring my entire cabinet.
So what are you
I brought
drinking
a
right now?
portion of my cabinet. Right now, I'm drinking Midori Sour.
In front of
7 Up.
in front of the camera.
I'm using my camera.
That is not your camera.
Yes, it is. Midori Sour,
right.
vodka, and 7 Up.
name of Dave and I.
It's when we have to break the fourth. Brian and I have to break the fourth wall because we look at like.
Dear Dave, your microphone
Dear Dave.
is over here.
I know.
Please
Okay.
don't block me.
All right.
All right.
Hi. Sorry.
So you're drinking
bitchiness.
Midori Sour?
I'll take David.
Midori
Watkins.
Sour, vodka, and 7 Up.
Dang.
Well, Midori is the liquor.
Yes.
A Midori Sour is a drink.
Okay, sorry, whatever.
So you're drinking Midori, vodka, and Triple
and
It certainly is a pretty color.
And I felt worried about mine being a girly drink. But then there's Gay P's drink, which is pretty girly.
Oh boy,
girly.
look at this thing.
He has a whole cooler.
I pre-mixed mine. It's cherry vodka madras. It's cherry vodka, orange juice, cranberry juice, lime, and bitters.
How's the pulp factor in there? You were worried about
There's
about
a
the
lot of pulp in it. I went to go make it, and we had orange juice in the fridge, and it turns out that we had like
Super pulse.
Mega
super pulp orange juice. So it's
Well,
kind
it's
of
clo-
it's a chewy
and it clogs
it's a
your
chewy
spout
cocktail.
hole.
What we should have done is
I mean, what?
gotten a 40 of Mickey's and poured it out for Vito
What's
since he couldn't
Mickey's?
be here.
Oh, Mickey's Wide Mouth.
Yeah, malt
a malt
malt
liquor.
liquor.
Malt liquor.
You know how like
Oh.
gangsters would pour out 40 for their homies?
Roll it. with
Yeah.
the homies.
Okay, speaking of homies, your boss gave us a gift to
Oh
open for our
yes,
drunk
for
cast.
the 619 drunk
We should do
cast. Ooh,
that.
it looks like a card too. Oh here. Oh, is it on the camera? Does this read? Not REID.
Yeah, you are. on
Let's
the-
see. It's a card.
I think what might be really depressing is people are going to find out we're really not that much more interesting when we're drunk.
No,
I know, right?
No. Maybe
Well,
we should
this is
do.
early though. We haven't
Oh, a
gotten that
cute
far.
card. It's a little trailer with Christmas lights on it. Oh, everybody at work
Everybody
signed
at work
it.
signed it.
Aw. Happy 100. Doug Coates. Way to go. Happy you Bear. Michael. Oh, everybody at work at my company.
Oh,
that's
cool.
right.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's a little trailer with Christmas lights on the front. Isn't that cute?
You could have the sweetest coworkers.
I do. I love my job. And my boss is a recent listener. So, ooh,
And it's sweet because like
it's
none of their
deep shut.
products would ever fit us, but they still they still care.
They still love us.
I need a scissor out of that drawer. Are you videoing?
Guys, somebody wrote 100 more to go. Gee whiz.
Oh my god.
Someone named Congrats Bearalicious D dash.
Oh, David, probably. Let's see what's in here. So yes, I am a token bear at the office.
Keep the vibe alive. That is just the sweetest thing, I swear. That is so nice of
Oh
them.
my! Oh,
Good God.
Oh my god.
wow.
That's the good
Holy
stuff.
Shit! It's a huge bottle of Maker's Mark.
my
This
God.
is crazy.
That's
Wow.
pricey.
That is nice.
It's too bad none of us drink
you.
grown-up booze.
Thank you, Doug.
Well, you
I
kind
will-
of
start now.
you kind of do.
I will bring it
David,
over.
drink it.
So the card is super cute. Well, thank you guys. It was
Actually,
really
Makers and
nice.
Ginger
It's really
is a
nice.
pretty decent cocktail.
Is it?
Yes,
well,
it is.
You want to try one?
No,
I'm
I'm not
sure
going
how
to
to
mix.
open it.
No, I'm starting vodka, ending vodka.
Oh, okay. Is it clear liquor? Do you guys find that clear liquor makes you less hangover?
You know what? I have two things that I drink mostly. It's either vodka or tequila.
Ugh. Can't drink tequila.
Sounds like a vodka rum person.
But vodka, I mean, it's all about sugar content too. Like rum is going to give you a hangover, and this kind of vodka that I'm drinking is definitely going to give me a hangover.
because it
But,
has sugar in it.
I mean, it's either that or drinking beer, and we were going to have pizza, and I'm already like bloated. So
Yeah. Well, I what do you call? I usually drank 7 and 7, but I always get little hangovers from it or whatever. And somebody said to me, if you drink clear liquor, it's not as bad. I guess 'cause maybe there's no sugar in clear liquor or less sugars or something in clear liquor.
No, the color in this is usually from whatever they store it in.
Ferment. Yeah.
cask.
Yeah. Whatever barrel they
Charcoal.
store it in.
Okay.
or-
So I kind of stopped drinking 7 and 7s in favor of drinking some more simple things like rum and Coke. Or
But do you usually
vodka.
find yourself getting hungover? I mean, I rarely get hungover unless I drink to excess. Which
And I just don't drink to excess that often.
You know what? Tequila. So far, tequila has never given me a hangover. I'll be drunk the next day for a long time, but I don't have that.
if you want to see me
headaches.
Wow.
cranky, dude, those cranky knows no bounds on
whiskey
tequila.
is my downfall. Like if I drink whiskey, I turn extremely mean.
So you
Well,
strike me
that's-
as being a Jack and Coke drunk back in the day when you were first going out.
And
Well,
never
I mean,
drink-
that's
No,
what, that's
I
the-
always think you'd be like Jack and Coke drunk.
that's why I
Hey
like,
girl, let's go get some Jack and Coke.
I like Seagram 7 because it's blended and it's smoother and it's not really like harsh like real whiskey.
Well, of all of us
I definitely
right
don't drink
now,
it straight.
Gay P and I are drinking the most expensive drinks,
Vodka.
Oh, bar wise.
bar wise.
This is for Bear Happy Hour.
Because they're both 3 olives, a vodka.
Well, because
well.
Justin's doing well, which would be $4.25, and you're doing a call drink, which would be $5.75, and Gay P and I are doing mid shelf, which would be $6.25.
So I feel like giving you a $2 tip now.
I know.
For my drink. It's I've actually poured this about as strong as I've had drinks at your establishment.
Oh, well, then you're off to a good start.
The funny thing is, I don't know if some of you drink it. Maybe nobody drinks it anymore. Is vodka and Red Bull?
That's what I'm drinking right now.
Oh, is that essentially what that is?
Well, it's Monster and
Okay, but
Vodka.
I tried vodka and Red Bull. I was in Manchester and I had like 2 vodka Red Bulls, and I got nasty. Like normally I'm like a sleepy, like giggly, pukey drunk, and I had 2 Red Bull and vodkas, and I got nasty, like super nasty.
like
But do you
nasty
drink-
mean or nasty
Nasty,
sweaty?
like I wanted to fucking punch somebody. Like if someone like stepped in front of me, like in the dance floor or walking through the bar, I was like, I wanted to fucking knock their lights out.
You're mixing stimulants and depressants, which
that
is
what
never
it
a good idea.
So then, and I thought, well, maybe it's just that night or whatever, and the Brits tend to be fighting drunks anyway. And I thought, so then I tried it again the next night and had the same reaction. So I haven't had it again. And I like the taste of it. It actually tastes like a gummy bear to me.
I think vodka Red Bull with splash cranberry is super tasty.
Do you normally drink Red Bull, though?
No,
Do you drink energy drinks
So that's the other
anyway?
thing too.
Not at all.
Yeah.
See, I drink energy drinks just for fun.
yeah.
So,
Well, I drank it.
I don't drink as much as I used to.
I needed late night energy. So.
And I had a panic attack after a 5-hour energy drink one time at work. I was freaking
that
out.
little shot thing.
Yeah, because I went through this period where I don't know what I was doing. Like I was medicating to get my sleep to work better, so I'd take like a Tylenol PM to help go to bed at night, and then I get to work.
I
And if it was a
remember
really
that.
if it was a really busy work night, I'd take a 5-hour energy drink, and it was either Woof or something, and it was really busy, and we were packed, and I had somebody else working with me. It must have been a Sunday, a packed Sunday, and I just was like, I have to go outside, and I just went outside, and actually it might have even been Pride, but it was crazy, and it was just one of those things where I was like, I need a moment, and it was the energy drink just started kicking in, and
what, you were super tired or super awake?
no, you're awake, but you're hyper aware of I was hyper aware of. It felt like the people in the bar were waves that were crashing over me.
Did you acid with this or something as well?
No, not that they were actual waves.
Right.
But I'm trying to think of like I'm trying to give it in a way you can understand.
Describe how he was
like
feeling.
a wall of sound and arms.
Okay.
And they don't. It just keeps coming and coming and coming.
Still sounds like acid.
So, well, I mean, I guess it was heavy. I was like,
It was a chemical reaction.
it was too much. I mean, just imagine, I don't know, take a situation where there's 40 people asking you for something at the same time.
I don't know
And
how
as
you
soon as you
handle
take care of one, another one takes its place.
I can't handle being on the other side of the bar during that things. I can't imagine what it's like being on your side of the bar. I mean, you have some kicking.
Sometimes
that-
it helps to have a shot.
I imagine.
I had that kind of happen to me at work one day because I had two like big monsters and then a coffee and a Dr. Pepper.
Oh my God.
Like all within like a certain time frame, and I was like literally just sitting there like
God, the
bouncing
carbs
up and
alone
down.
would be shooting.
and
through
then like I started having like a panic attack and like I could feel my chest like getting all weird, and I was like, oh my God, this is not good.
If you feed into it too, it just gets it
Right.
gets worse. Well, let's. What do we want to talk about things, right? Oh, there's one thing I want to talk about before we start doing the questions. Oh, and you have.
I have another gift.
Okay, do another gift.
Oh, you have a
do your
purse.
gift.
I
And
was
then we'll
like-
do Mike.
Okay, so there's also this gift. It was sent by oh god, I forget his name, and I have it written down. He sent it to us. He sent it to Vito, and then
look
Vito
it
moved away.
up so we can give the person credit.
Was it on? It was on Facebook, wasn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah,
On
Gregory
I'll look it up
Gilmore.
real quick.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Gilmore.
Look at you go.
I love your girls.
Well, I was going to say we should be thanking
I
Justin.
just
Well,
pulled that out
Justin's
of
the
my
one who's
head.
been running the Facebook page lately, anyway, so we should thank him doubly for that.
So he sent a package to Vito, and then Vito had to move, and Vito sent the package to me, but it wasn't. We didn't get it, so he sent a second package to Justin.
Yes.
Did you bring yours?
No.
Okay. Hopefully the same. Anyway, so the story behind it is that he, as if I remember this correctly, he and a group of friends sort of started hashtagging their activities or their weekend activities.
Okay.
And on Twitter, and it just sort of became a thing, and they decided to have these created with their hashtag on it, and he sent them to us.
What are they?
For fun. I am getting it out.
Is it drugs? I'm hoping for drugs.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Lubricants. I'm hoping for lubricants.
Oh, you opened it.
Well,
Of course he did.
So,
Yes.
I didn't know what it was.
Where is it from? Where are all
So
the
these
stamps?
are it's
Is that
hashtag
Canadian?
is Team Sleazy. Okay.
There are a lot of these.
And there's enough. And now, if you take a look, they're all in hanky code.
Oh my!
What?
So there's black, red, blue,
there's red
white,
ones.
orange.
They all
So-
say different things.
They
No,
all say
Team Sleazy.
Team Sleazy.
So what are we supposed to be flagging?
Well,
what does orange mean?
Orange is 10 inches or more, or you have 10 inches or more.
How do you know this off the top of your
I
head?
just-
Okay,
shut
1A, you're way too young to know.
And what's
the
black?
hanky tags.
What's
hanky
black?
codes.
Okay,
Black
I'll tell you
leather,
why.
for sure.
Because the first time I ever
Well,
went
blue.
to
I thought blue was leather or
blue is,
uniforms.
blue is fucking.
I thought blue was uniforms.
Wait,
Okay.
what is white?
Well, I know what red is. I don't know what white is.
Everybody knows what red is.
I wouldn't mind the blue one.
I don't remember what black and
Well, there's one color for each of us. I mean,
Oh.
we each get each of the colors.
Well, there's a bunch. Oh,
So I
okay.
get a black, you get a black.
So wait.
I have
No, wait, that's black.
Here, give me
Here's
one
black
of those
and orange.
whites.
I need a white and a blue.
I need a blue.
Are these red?
I only
Ah.
saw like one or two blue.
Here's a white.
I already
good.
have white.
I don't have a
Here's-
black.
There.
So there's only two blue.
Okay.
There should be more.
Funny. Team
Well,
Sleazy.
I
huh?
probably have some at my house too. 'cause-
Okay, well then give me your blue.
Well, now I want to look up their tweets
No, I
and
want
see
the
what they
blue
had
one.
to say. That's
But you
kinda
said you had some
funny.
at your house.
but I'm not sure if I have blue.
You've got
is-
enough in your life right now. You need fucking blue.
Okay. So is this one of every color? Is this what I have here? Black. Well, I might be talking Russian.
What is blue anyway?
blue? Is uniform.
Blue is fucking.
Oh, I thought blue was
Oh,
uniform.
well, then I want blue.
Well, then here you can have mine.
Can I have two? I want to flag versatile.
then you need them on both.
I know. I can't have two.
Oh, good gravy.
The thing is, though, you guys, thank you for the gifts, but we're bears, and
Well,
these
no,
are
that-
not bear
It
size.
fits on me. Oh,
Wait,
I
what
have
was white again?
that.
feminine wrists.
I don't remember what white is.
Ouch. As long as there's no yellow.
What is white?
Cum sucker. I don't know.
Wait, is
I know light blue is blowjobs.
oh.
Somebody's been doing some research.
Okay, the background on this and why
Okay, what I want to know is why is
Wait,
there?
I wanna hear.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
wait the background on this and why I don't know why it's still stuck in my
It's
head.
cool.
But when LL Bear first started,
Have another
right,
drink.
have another drink. When LL Bear first
We should have a
started,
drinking game. Wait, we need a drinking game.
They had
Oh my god, you're totally
Yes.
right. I have Jaeger in the freezer, by the way.
No, I know, but we should think of something right now as we're starting. And
whenever
every time
somebody
something
messes up a
happens-
word.
Yeah, but then you can do it on purpose.
Then what do you have to do? Chug?
White is safe sex.
Yeah, but then it gets
Oh, yeah,
worse
I
as the
don't
night goes on. White is safe sex. All right.
What is
Probably because you're giving up.
What's black?
What's
Oh,
black?
fuck it. Just put one on.
Oh my
All
god.
right.
What's black?
S&M.
Oh, I don't need that one then necessarily.
I'll take it.
Is it S&M or bondage?
I give you my
It
blue.
says S&M, that's all.
That's the
I
one
give
where
you my
you're
blue, I'll take
okay. I mean, I don't really want that one.
Black is S&M, red is fisting, dark blue is anal.
I mean, you never know.
Orange.
You might as well just hold on to it just in case.
It says here, orange is anything, anywhere, anytime, but
my.
not necessarily any one.
Oh, see, that was different than the one that
Orange.
I read.
Okay, I'm taking like
picky,
3 of these orange
picky.
ones.
Oh.
I'm
anybody
wearing,
want
I'm wearing
Jaeger,
orange
by the
everywhere I
way?
go. Like
Does
this,
anybody
like
want
this.
Jaeger? Does anybody do Jaeger?
No, I
No.
do Jaeger, but with all the pizza in my belly, I just am not.
It'll help
thinking-
settle your stomach. I swear to God, it's like cough medicine.
That's come on.
Jaeger?
Who are you trying to?
Do you want cough medicine? I've got cough
who are you
medicine.
trying to convince right now? Give
I
me a
like
break.
Jaeger.
Okay, but anyway, the story behind that was
Okay, yes.
the reason I knew those off the top of my head was because when LL Bear first started, the first night that they had it, it was Hinky Night. And I was like, and they had all these hankies like stuck in the chain link
And you remember?
that you could pick. And I was like, well, I don't know which ones I want.
Neat.
So I started going, I looked it up on my phone and went
Yeah.
through a list. And I was like, okay, I want that one and that one and that one. And
I
that
was
one.
at some bar. I don't know if it was the Eagle, New York. One of them has like is their like trick card or whatever, like where you can write your phone number and give it to somebody or whatever.
Yeah.
On the back side of it are all the hanky codes. I'm thinking it was the Eagle in New York. I can't remember. So,
Okay, you know what I'm going to do?
what a
I'm gonna
very
look up-
retro thing to do.
On my iPhone, a drinking game app.
Not
And
on your
will-
iPhone.
I will download it.
On your iPhone? That's the future. What?
What was that even about? Not on your iPhone. On your iPhone?
Oh my
Your
god!
iPhone?
Do you know Brian has an iPhone? Hermie wants to be in it next.
I'm sorry. I guess I should have said like on my.
I'm going to look up on
something.
my
So while
Apple
whatever.
iPhone
Brian-
16 GB.
Oh my God.
while you're doing
Fuck
that,
you,
should
Dave.
we answer one or two of the questions?
French fried potatoes.
Wait. I have one more. I have one more surprise. If you're going to speak in code all night, then this is not going to work.
No, because I'm already feeling silly. All right, relax. Everybody just calm down.
Random game, pictures of game.
Oh, God, I'm pouring these a little too strong.
Good God.
Yay, we still have an hour to go.
So Dave's the first one to go. What a
Wait,
surprise.
oh, God, I'm cracking myself up. That's the sad part.
Okay, all right, I'm downloading that. Okay, so this is funny. Are you ready for this? This is legitimately funny and fucked
Okay,
up.
my eye makeup is
I'm
ready.
gonna pour myself more before I.
That
tell
is
the story,
totally
though.
funny.
I spent 2 hours in beard and makeup before this.
Oh, by the way, thanks for your day of Santa documentation.
Was that sarcasm? Did you not like it?
No, it was mostly legitimate because it was actually you know what it was? It was like an Andy Kaufman bit where like after a while you're like, what is he doing? And then you kind of get it, and the laugh comes back around.
It's like one of these things
By the end of
that
the day,
just
I was really-
starts and
yeah.
just keeps happening.
I love. Did you really steal that candy bar?
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
okay.
I paid for it.
Because that would have been
I paid
awesome
for
if you
it.
really stole it.
I
Okay,
know.
so
I kept the receipt too in case like somebody like saw it on Facebook and the
I'm gonna
Albertsons rang
open
my
up this
doorbell.
real quick.
They have cops.
So,
they have Albertsons.
the
cops.
other day,
They were
I
those-
open up my inbox.
I thought it was a drinking game.
No, we're not there yet. I open up my Facebook, and my uncle's daughter, who is 20 years old, sent me a message, and she says, "Hello, my cousin. I'm not sure if you have heard about my new job, but I work at an office where we do wholesale and retail sales of something called the CB6000 device. If you've never heard of it, check it out." And then I'm not going to read
Isn't
the rest
that
of
an
it.
Easton?
However, if you would like one or two as a Christmas gift, I'll be happy to
What
mail it
is
to
it?
you.
What is it?
Take a look and let me know
Is it some kind of
if you might
vibrator?
want one for funsies or realsies. So just throwing it out there. Much love and stuff. Brooke.
Wait, or is that the chastity thing?
Open it up.
It is.
Some sort of vibrator?
No, it's
They're
chastity belts.
male chastity things. And the thing is,
Wait, male chastity? I don't
Yeah.
understand.
I'm a pervert, but even
it
I
locks
have
up
never
your
even
balls
thought
in your
about
cock.
doing that.
It
Look
just
at,
locks up your penis.
Oh my god, it's like Robocock.
yeah. So she wanted to know if I wanted one. And so, of course, I had to say yes.
Oh my god, yes. Where is it?
I didn't bring it.
Oh,
I'm so
You actually
sorry.
got one?
Motherfucker.
Yeah, she sent it to me already.
Oh my god.
What color was it?
It's clear. Well, clear. I want to see what it's doing once it's in there.
Clear. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was metal. It looked like it was
Well,
metal.
those
They-
are the
they
bottom
have
three.
metal.
Says it got a metal
These
one.
are clear.
But these are.
But
Yeah,
the
I've
thing
seen
is,
guys with these on. It's
I gotta say,
fine.
like, I mean, it's not like I'm huge, but I kind of was going to play around with it just to see if I could get it in there. I can't really get it in there. But I think you're supposed to use silicone lube, and then it gets in there easier.
Are you supposed to be hard when you put it in?
No.
But it's
that's
kinda,
the thing. It's supposed to keep you from.
Well, it
being
depends on
hard.
if you're a shower or a grower.
I'm more of a grower, but it's kind of hard to get it in there without it going like, oh, hey, you're playing with me. I'm getting
But
excited.
wait a minute, yeah, and then it's like the Play-Doh pumper, and your shit starts to.
Well, that's the thing.
press
I'm
out through
afraid
the
that if I do
cracks.
put it in there and I lock
true.
it, it's gonna. If it gets big, you could break your thing because there's not enough room.
You could.
So anyway, she sent me that in 2 jock straps, and I was like, "That is
God,
so
what
funny."
is
This is your
company she's
cousin?
working
This is my
for?
cousin. She's pretty hip. She lives in Vegas. She's
she kinda have to
incredibly
be.
smart.
All right, so
Why is there a male chastity
this might
thing
be
in
the
the
alcohol.
first place?
But
Wait, hold on. This is
Rule 34,
Here, I'll
Dave.
show you. This is my cousin Brooke,
Ooh.
who sent me the chastity
saucy
penis
minx.
belt.
Wow.
I know she's pretty hip. She's
Yeah.
pretty hip. So anyway,
She's rocking.
Go ahead. Alcohol's
So,
talking. So
alcohol's
apparently,
talking,
somebody who knew who this was before we opened the website.
Hi, Justin.
Hi, I've tried one on before.
Have you? How'd it work?
I have.
Or did someone try one on you?
Somebody sent me one to wear for a couple weeks.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness!
Yeah.
So
Good
you need a bunch of these
Lord.
black wristbands, I think. Give them all your black ones, Dave.
That is why I can't do 2 shows a night anymore.
So
can't
yes.
do it.
So anyway,
So when you get hard, it does not hurt.
Really?
where does everything go?
It just feeds into there, and you don't get fully hard.
It squishes out the.
Ew,
The
like
thing
a
is,
Play-Doh
it came with
bumper.
so much stuff
your
that
force stand.
I don't even know how to put it on. Like it's like really involved. I don't know.
Bring it on
You know,
down.
though, I get really bored. Once I take it out, and I'm like, this is going to be fun. And I take it out, and I was like, oh, this looks like work. I don't even want to deal with it. All right, hold on.
It's only fun though if you
like
don't
an
have the
erector
key,
set.
because then you're like,
Okay, I already
You
found
don't
one that
have
said.
the key.
yeah,
That
somebody
sounds
else has the
terrifying.
key.
What if you have to pee? Can you pee out of it?
Yeah, you can pee out of it.
Oh, all right.
All right, so the first drinking game we're going to play is called the ABCs of Sex.
Wait, well, how are we gonna?
Everyone sits in a circle with a full drink. You start with the letter A and have to say a word that has to do with sex, starting with that letter. If you repeat a word or in a matter of 15 seconds you cannot think of a word, you drink. When someone drinks, that person starts with the next letter. Majority rules, blah, blah, blah.
Wait. So you have to
So
say
you
a
have to-
word.
so you have
Everybody
to
has to say a
name
word that
something.
begins with A.
No, you say a word that starts with A. He says one that starts with B. You say one that starts with C. I say one that starts with D. And then we keep going until
You
someone
keep going
fucks up.
until somebody. Can't
Okay.
Think of one.
Anal.
We're doing this now.
Yes,
Don't
but-
we have to have full?
but we're
Wow,
gonna-
is that not happening?
Okay,
You have a
we're going to
full
do it, but
drink?
you can't hesitate. We're not going to say wait for 15 seconds. It's the first person who hesitates has to drink.
Anal.
We need a.
Anal.
Okay, Justin has to drink because he hesitated.
No, I
Dave
want.
wants
It doesn't
anal.
start with the full
Wait,
drink.
but
No,
we need
we
drink.
got to start with a full drink.
He just take a
Okay.
puff out, not puff, put that
All
lip.
right.
This is not-
So he said anal. Blowjobs.
Cock.
Dingus.
Edging.
Fisting.
JP has to drink. All right, that was a bad drink game. We're
Oh, I couldn't think of an I. It's the alphabet. You have to know the alphabet.
quarters. I want to play one.
Oh my god.
Quarters. Oh, eggnog pong.
Okay, why don't we get
Fun.
on to some of the questions and then we'll
holidays.
come back to the drinking game when we're more.
Oh, here's one.
more
Finger
drunk.
guess.
Oh my god.
Finger banging.
2 people stretch out fingers at the same time while shouting out a number from 2 to 20. If one shouts out a number that is equal, these are really bad drinking games.
Those are that's too much.
Oh, we can
thought
play it
for
never.
drinking.
We had a set of Jenga and we wrote drinking things on half of the blocks, like drinking and dare things on half of the blocks. And if you pulled out a block that had something written on it, you had to do or drink or whatever it said on
No,
the block.
we're gonna do I never.
was so
We'll
much
play I
fun.
never after we do answer a couple. You know I never, right?
Answer a couple what? Well, let's get to the questions that people said.
This will be a good thing anyway because people who listen to the podcast will get to know us better.
There you go. Would you like to swing on a star?
Yes.
Carry moonbeams in a jar?
I love Hudson Hall.
Where is that from? Is that from?
Are you
There
gonna?
was
You
Hudson
have the
Hall.
questions
Let me see with
keeper.
my hands.
I emailed them to everybody.
Is that
You
from
know what?
Canada?
All right, here I have one. I'll do John
Wow.
Moraski first because
Please
it was
share with your podcast.
it was right on my thing.
boys. Oh, this guy's in San Diego.
What? No.
Oh, that's your address.
Yeah. You're pretty.
Oh wow,
Dave.
Dave.
Dave, you're pretty.
Hey.
No,
Wow.
because it says shipped by the postal place.
Yes,
in
that's
San
where
Diego.
That's where
why I
Vito's.
thought it.
That's where Vito's address was. So I went there
Oh.
first, and then he had them send it to me.
Hey, brother.
Oh, hey, we've got a bunch of more from. Oh, here's okay.
God, the Facebook app's
All right,
sucking.
who's? I know mine
Okay.
went completely white earlier today. It's funny because it's racist.
So who's reading them?
Well, JP had him on his thing. Pad.
I have some.
Isn't it funny when they first came out with the iPad how they made fun of the name so badly, and that people stopped making fun of it after a week? Remember?
I love that story.
That was so random.
I love that story,
but when
Dave.
you talk
He's like a second away from going, my cat's breath smells like cat food.
food, it does.
Okay, here's one. From John Moraski. Adam's Family or Munsters fan, and why? It's already with Dave.
Munsters, because I didn't see as many of the Addams Family, and I don't know, Munsters, was more relatable.
Because you guys had to drag him into your shows?
Well, because we walked out of the house one at a time in the morning. I don't know.
What about you, Jay? What about you, Justin?
Adam's Family.
Addams Family.
Actually, I like them more because they're more morbid, I guess. Like, they were more twisted to me than the Munsters. The Munsters was like Disney monsters.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons I like it. Plus the Munster Mobile, which is designed by George Barris. Thank you very much.
And is that based on the TV shows or the movies?
Both.
Okay, for me, Munsters TV, Addams Family movies. Because
Okay.
There was no Munster movie.
There was a Munster movie.
Oh, they're really bad, though.
Really?
They're so bad. In fact, did you hear that they're throwing around the idea of bringing the Munsters back as a television show? And it won't be a comedy.
They did bring it back in the, I want to say, 90s
Yeah, the
or
Munsters
something.
Today or something.
Yeah,
Where
I remember that one.
The one where that was the
NG.
same time they brought back Leave It to Beaver, too.
They did. Oh, right, yes. Beaver Now or whatever.
But no,
Beaver
I had heard
Now,
on
Beaver
Howard
Later.
Stern they were talking about how they were going to conceivably bring the Munsters back. But I think because they're trying to make it into like an American Horror Story type thing.
Will you totally watch America's Got Talent now?
Yes, of course.
Isn't that crazy?
Now that Howard
So
Stern
will
is.
I.
Yeah, we were talking about that. We got
freaking lootly.
I am a Addams Family movies and Munsters TV because I grew up watching Munsters TV, and the second Addams Family movie with the whole summer camp that should have been a movie all by itself. Like did you watch the summer camp? I'm a turkey, eat me.
Oh yeah. Addams Family Values.
Yeah.
When she starts
I
chasing the
don't know
girl
if
with
I've
the
seen
bow and
those.
arrow.
That'd be a good movie.
Oh, if you go on YouTube, just YouTube Addams Family Values Summer Camp Play and just watch that. It's the
Well,
best part of
You
the
know what? I've
series.
got them both on DVD, which is
So good.
Oh, I'll borrow.
Hello.
There's a drinking game. Every time someone burps, we all have to drink.
Well,
So,
thanks for that. We all have to drink?
I need ice from the ice
And
bucket.
what do you call it? Had a.
I don't know what the scooper is.
Just give me a couple.
What do you
wash your
call
hands,
it?
right?
Had
A week ago.
Who are we talking about? Oh, Munsters had a wrestling episode too.
Do you still have your cock vice? Do you still have it at
Every
home?
good episode.
No.
You had to give it back?
Yeah.
No.
They're not cheap.
It was an expensive metal one. It was like $200.
Well, that's the thing. Even the plastic ones were like $100 some odd dollars.
Yeah,
but
they're not cheap.
I'm assuming Brooke got it for free. I mean, I wouldn't
Right.
expect
No,
for
I'm
her
sure
to.
she did.
actually-
Well, looking at it, it probably doesn't cost much to make them. They're probably making them in China.
And don't tell her,
They're
but
blow molded.
for Christmas, what I got her was from the MoMA. They have this little clutch, and it's made out of folded candy wrappers. It's adorable.
I love that stuff.
So,
You know who has a lot of that kind of cool stuff too, and it's a lot of like foreign rappers. Is the one international house, the one that sells stuff for UNICEF or whatever in the park, right in the park. They have a lot of international type gift things.
KP, do you have another question for us?
Yes.
I have all the questions. We're just reading them all.
Did you get the email that I sent you with all the rest of Ed's?
That one.
Okay.
So I guess I could just go through these and we can answer them or not.
Are we doing tugs?
Should we say who gave
Yeah,
them?
really. Yeah, these are all from Ed, who we tug every week. If the guy on your right was to be on a reality show, what would it be?
My right.
Does it have to be a real reality show, or can you make one up?
You can probably make one up.
I don't know.
No.
For the sake of this, we'd probably do a real reality show. shouldn't
Do a
we?
real reality show.
What?
What are you gonna say?
No, I was going to be mean, and I'm not going to be.
Wait,
You can be
I'm
mean.
gonna say-
I wouldn't expect any less.
Brian's gonna be on A-list San
No,
Diego.
it doesn't say. It doesn't say
A-list
current-
San Diego.
It doesn't say a current
For
reality
wrestling.
show. It just says if they were going to be a reality
On a reality
On a reality show.
Well, let's say
What
a
would it
current
be?
reality. Let's say a current reality show.
I don't know.
Well, let's just say that.
I don't know. I don't know reality shows, so I don't know what you would be on.
I don't really know what JP would be on.
Cake Rex. I don't know.
Something vegetarian.
Cake what?
I don't
Rex.
have vegetarian
Cake
reality
Wars.
shows.
Cake wars.
Cake Wars. That's one.
Yeah, that's my ice machine.
Ice
filling.
machine.
My
That,
ice,
so
ice
okay.
machine.
I think JP would be on Storage Wars.
Oh yes, yes.
True story.
That is awesome.
Dave,
Or hoarders.
Dave,
Or
what
hoarders.
would-
I said A-list.
No, not
A-list
anymore.
San Diego. It'd be Brian. Brian would be
He'd be,
A-list San
he'd be the
Diego.
after special of hoarders.
I've been practicing by watching A-List Dallas, which is
I've not watched it, and I apparently need to.
So good. They
would
just said
you
the
be
last
on?
episode was amazing.
You'd be on America's Got Talent.
Yes,
I
as a
would
judge.
not.
Yes.
Along with Howard Store. Howard
No,
Stern.
I know. Oh God,
I can't wait. It's gonna be so good.
I know. Squeak.
Next one.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
What is your most memorable kiss? I know this one already. I know mine already.
Oh my goodness.
Was it?
God,
What's his name for you?
Yeah. You know what? I'll just say this.
What the hell's his name? Schneider.
No.
He's a good kisser.
Schneider?
He's
You mean
a-
the?
no.
No.
thought
Please
you
always
meant
remember. Don't ever
I thought you
forget.
meant the property manager of One Day at a Time.
No.
So on your feet somewhere there's music playing. You
No,
you just take
Where's that
it
from?
as it comes, one day at a time, one day at a time,
One day at a time. Na.
Okay, so anyway,
Please always remember. Don't ever forget.
this was actually before Mike and I were dating officially.
Oh my God.
But this is when I knew that it was going to be
Oh,
perfect
brother,
because
here
we
we
went
go.
out to lunch and we went back
Aye.
and we got in my car and I was going to drive him back to his office. And he gave me a kiss in the car, and it was everything you see in the movies. It was skyrockets and lightning and everything. And we stopped kissing, and I was out of breath. And I'm like, whoa. So thanks for interrupting my story. Thank you.
We're augmenting it. We're adding to it. We're creating a moment. All
That was mine.
right. What about you, Justin?
Yes.
I don't know. That's a hard question.
Well, then you don't remember.
All right. What about you,
so-
Dave?
Probably.
We'll keep thinking while we're talking.
Probably my first kiss. My first guy kiss.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean that was just like
And that was
Electric.
on
Boogie,
the
boogie,
college
boogie,
campus,
boogie.
which was kind of cool because it was like
Was it?
a public kiss outside.
mine was in my Mustang out in the parking lot of TGI Fridays.
I don't know about most memorable, but it's the most sort of recently fantastic. And I won't name any of the people involved, but
People?
there were people involved. Because what happened? I was working, and two people, both of whom I've always wanted to kiss, out of the blue, came up to the bar and they said, "So what do you have to do to get a kiss from the bartender?" And I
boy.
said, "Tip really well." And they laughed, and I
Money.
said, "No. If you're hot, all you have to do is lean forward." And the first one leaned forward, and I just thought he was going to give me like a little kiss, and he laid one on me, and it was like, and then the other one goes, "Well, I want one too." And the other one is actually somebody not only who I really wanted to kiss, but who I also think is really cute.
Are they a couple?
No,
Are they friends?
I'm not going into that, Dave.
Oh, brother.
The second one gives me a kiss, and the second one's kiss is like a kiss for the ages. Like that's the skyrockets and the stars and the whole.
you compare-
It's the one they
crazy
wrote
thing.
songs about
Would you
that kiss.
compare it to a kiss from a rose?
Yes, I would compare it to a
There
kiss
had
from
only
the
been
rose on the
7
thing.
kisses throughout
Yes,
history.
as
but
passionate or as pure. It was.
it's possible.
It was. Yeah. It was good.
Wow.
It was
Alrighty
good.
then.
Yeah.
Do you
Wow,
regret?
but recent.
So being a bartender now and again comes in handy. It was actually it's fairly
Well, what
recent.
about your first kiss?
My first kiss ever was Rachel Keene when I dropped her off from the winter formal.
Dude kiss. Oh,
the
no
first
dirty
dude kiss
pillows.
was with was with a
breasts,
random dude in Bakersfield that I had met on a phone sex line, and he invited me over,
Phone
and that was the
sex?
first time I'd ever had sex that wasn't related to me, so to speak.
Wow. Okay, let's save something for the next
That's
session.
what I'm saying.
shall we?
There's a lot of story there. No, yeah, and he was the first person I
brother.
ever kissed. It was, it was okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anywho. Next question.
Jeez, that got awkward.
It wasn't. It's not awkward.
It wasn't
It's-
awkward.
I have a past.
Well,
Okay.
that totally ties into the next one. Do you regret anything you've said on the podcast?
You know what's funny?
Doesn't say what. It just says, "Do you regret anything that you've said?"
I regretted that I talked about the testosterone last episode until that guy wrote in and thanked me for doing so.
Why'd you
So-
regret talking about it?
I don't know. It's personal. And afterwards, I was like, God, I don't have to talk about everything in my life.
Well, and that's the thing too. When I talked to my boss, told me he was listening or whatever. He's like, "Oh yeah, listen, whatever." And I said, "You know what? I don't get too personal. Like, I really don't talk much about work or stuff like that.
Other than that, you really love your job, which is true.
I
I'm
do,
not saying anything.
But
you
yeah,
know.
but other than my, like, I don't give
Yeah,
a
you've
lot
been
of
pretty
personal
frank about.
relationship details.
You've been pretty frank about your relationships.
I don't know.
Ish.
Not a lot of details, though. No, not details. I feel like I put more details on things like Facebook, which I probably
Right. Like we
shouldn't.
didn't necessarily know who was on top. I may have the guess or figure it out.
Sigh. No. But
Yeah, I don't think I have any
stop.
regrets of anything that I've
Yeah.
said or done on the podcast.
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
What about that you bought a leather harness?
That you're wearing leather right now?
Ooh.
Right at this very moment?
Is that is that wound still open? Did I just? No, I'm sorry.
No. It was when we did the live.
Wait, but who was giving? Was it Vito that was giving?
When did
you
we do a
grief
live
about that, or
one?
was it him?
No, that was Justin.
Oh, it was Justin.
Justin was the one who called him out. It was in my living room. I
Yeah.
still remember. It's probably one of the most memorable moments of the podcast.
Yeah.
Because it was so amazing. Because I didn't get it right away.
You know what? We should actually post that original picture from my old living room, my old bungalow that we started
Yeah,
at that
the very
card
first
table.
Oh my god.
Remember
yeah.
that?
So wait. JP was going to tell us what he regretted.
Oh,
saying.
it was when we did the live episode with Aaron Heyer.
Oh,
And people were saying stuff, and there were just a couple comments.
you
that
said
I
the
made.
N-word?
Really?
No. Just under my breath, or some things I said that were really. I have an odd sense of humor. I know I have a weird sense of humor, and this was just a little bit weird for the crowd there. And nobody got it, and it was just absolute silence when I said a couple things.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, but I do because I edited the episode and had to hear it 3 times afterwards. So.
And so I take it you left it in.
Oh, you did?
Half of it. Some of it I took out.
What did you say?
I
wanna
do
know
admit
now.
to it. I do admit.
What did
I
you
don't-
say now?
Don't make him go through it.
It was like
Excuse
60
me.
episodes ago. I do not remember.
Yeah. There's probably other stuff that I super regret saying, but I've blocked it out of my mind. So I don't know.
I don't know. There's probably stuff I probably should have regretted saying, but I
Yeah,
don't think so.
There's plenty that I probably shouldn't have said.
Well, and you know what? We're a little disconnected too, because when you think about it, we're talking into microphones, and we
Right.
don't really. Do any of you, other than you in editing, do any of you listen to it back?
No,
I do
should.
sometimes.
You do sometimes.
I used to listen to the ones that I wasn't in because I wanted to hear what you guys talked about, just so I'd still be in the know.
I think I listened to one.
I
that
kinda stopped
wasn't
doing that.
on, But
Well, now that I listen to, you know what? I love that Moth podcast that I've talked about now
isn't it
and again.
great?
So now if I'm in the car and I want to listen to something that isn't Howard Stern, I listen to that
Moth.
instead of listening to us, which is what I used
God,
to
there
do.
have been some great moths.
I love the Moth. It's so good. Okay,
Well,
Okay,
and
so
that's
in-
totally like that thing I've gotten involved in. They're very much like the Moth, but they do
no.
it scripted.
When you first talked about it, that was the
Yep.
first thing I thought about.
Exactly.
Okay, so on the reverse, then, is there anything that you wished you had said and haven't? At some time.
That we had said.
No.
I think it's all been said.
You know what? Well, this is probably not the right time to bring it up.
Bring it up. We're drunk.
No,
Well, I'm not drunk yet, but I'm working on it.
But how did we? And then you.
I love you.
But we
Dave.
could have. Just kidding. Just kidding. What was our contact? And I was trying to remember the other day because it came up again with that redheaded prostitute in Las
Right.
Vegas. What was our
Oh,
contact
Rusty.
with him? He wasn't in. He wasn't on our show.
But he wrote in and had a really good email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we read his email and talked about it or something.
Because we
I
had
can't
that other guy
remember
on.
it.
Yeah.
The guy who had worked in that.
Because recently I've come up against,
I don't think he calls himself a prostitute, though.
well, whatever, personal
Escort.
cock
Yes.
servicer or something. No, because it,
Wow, the gloves are
no,
off.
it's true though. Listen though, because I butted up against him again recently because he commented on a friend's thing or whatever, and I made a comment, and he made a really snarky comment back at me, and then it hit me that there was something that I didn't like about him. Like, for the life of me, I couldn't remember what it was. And I
Oh,
thought,
that's right. You're a prostitute.
no, it's not that. He's a very opiniated guy,
Oh, well.
and
I would think
I
you
can't
can't
remember what our contact was with him. And for the life of me, I felt like we almost felt like we had him on the show, but I knew we didn't.
Yeah.
No, I think we had talked about it, and then we got
He
the
wrote
other
something
guy.
to us?
Yeah,
He did. He wrote
Yeah.
a very
Yeah.
good email. But, you know, because remember he told us about, we had questions for him. And one of the ones, like, he told us a story how he had gone to this guy's house and the guy was like kind of like a troll and scary.
Right,
and,
right.
And turned away
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
We'd all talked about turning people away at the door.
Yeah,
and
but
you
I
said
would
you
think
had-
that if you are going to be an escort or prostitute or what have you, you
shouldn't have
would
standards?
you would you would have to have you would have to have this big security system out front. You know, you'd have to have a huge
Yeah.
sense of self.
Yeah.
You'd have to be able to think of any insult or anything that's going to come your way before it's going to happen, so you'd have something to come back with. You know, so maybe that's why he's
Yeah, but there was something that rubbed me the wrong way about him or something that he wrote.
You know, it's funny that you say
And
that
then
because,
he almost got into it with me on someone's comments recently, and I thought, wait a minute, who is this guy? And I remembered he was that
you should say, "Hey, if I give you $1, will you shut the fuck up?"
personal intimacy consultant.
That's
Sometime.
good. I like that. I like that.
Pick.
Alrighty.
I like that.
Prick. We should put an R.
All right.
Personal relationship intimacy.
But you know,
Intimacy
wait, before we get to that,
Prick.
because what you said made me think of
Prick.
this is amazing, and I was just wondering what you guys think, because this is kind of off. It's a topic unto itself, but it goes back to Facebook. Someone who I don't really know all that well did a post of a photo of himself recently, and one of his friends on his friends list said, "Hey, you're a handsome fellow, but I don't particularly think that what you've done is your best look. Like, I've seen you look better. Don't say." And the dude went off on him.
Wait, the dude who's in the picture?
The dude in
I don't know
the
who you're talking
picture.
about.
The dude in the picture went off on the guy who said, "I've kind of seen you look better." And it was amazing. I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
You know, a lot of times,
because it didn't stop. It wasn't just one comment. It was like 5.
a lot of times,
And they were all brutal. Like, I didn't ask for your fucking opinion and all this stuff. It was crazy.
It's delicious, isn't it?
I know. It is.
Well, you know what? I've stopped myself a few times lately from commenting negatively on people's things. I really have, because actually I got called out on saying something negative. Actually, a friend was like, "Dude, are you mad at me or something like that?" I'm like, "Well, no, I just don't like that TV show, and I don't understand how you can like it." I thought, you know what? I really got to censor.
I think Facebook is getting to the point now where it's like, when people are doing posts, they don't actually want your opinion anymore, unless you agree with them. You know, as long as you agree with me, go ahead and say whatever you want.
Well, you know what? And that's this.
JP made a face. You clearly have an opinion there.
I think that's the way it is with just about anything. When you put stuff on LJ or on that other stuff, it's like, here's what I want, and I want you to tell me that you like it also. And if you don't, just take something and go away.
But I think you can. Well, I guess that's
most people don't want to have. People don't want to have a discourse about things.
Well, it was like the other day. I mean, I posted something about like how I thought that Robin was lip syncing on Saturday Night Live last week, and I thought the Robin gays were going to come and start stoning me. But there was actually a pretty good little discussion there about what people thought.
Well, you know, it's funny,
and that's the thing. The first time I saw her perform live on TV, I hear her backing vocals, which is her, and that's the one thing that I know a lot of other musicians do, is that when they have backing vocals, even if it's them, they'll have other singers on stage, and she doesn't. And that I think works against her, because it makes people think that everything she's doing.
God, you really put that much thought into it?
Well, no, because he's a musician. Yeah. The sound mix was bad on there. What she should have done is she should have had 2 backing vocalists, and then she should have just done her main thing and let the 2 have some sassy black girls back there with hot outfits, doing this thing. And, I mean, everybody else does that. It would have been awesome.
That's exactly it.
I could be a sassy black girl.
You could.
You are a sassy black girl.
All right, next question before we get too far away.
About the other thing was, too, when you talk about stuff like that, we were talking about potentially doing this reading thing at that bar, at the Whistle Stop thing, and someone said, "Oh, you have to tell us when you're doing it. We'd love to come." Blah blah blah. And I said, I kind of don't want people I know there, because they'll have expectations, and if I don't meet them, I'll feel like I disappointed them. Strangers will go in not knowing what to expect, and they might be pleasantly surprised.
But see, the thing is, with your friends, though, they go in with the expectation that they're going to enjoy it no matter what.
But if they don't, then they're disappointed.
Or they're more likely to say that they didn't like it, and here's why.
Or lie to me and say they did like it, and I'm not getting honest feedback.
I think if Dave was looking for constructive criticism, he'd be handing out copies of his stories for us to read. Which is not what he's looking for.
Exactly, and that's why I didn't post it on Facebook.
He's just looking for the balls to get the process going in the first place. Which, honestly, if it wasn't on a night I worked, I would go with you, because I would love to do that.
Well, Are you?
Spit it out. Do we have to drink?
Because I started thinking of the dates in the meantime. Before New Year's, after Christmas, Thursday. I'm not going to be doing it.
Well, before New Year's,
that's the day I might go to Disneyland. But if I don't, we're recording that night too.
Oh, we're supposed to?
In theory, it's on my calendar.
Well, I can't. My boyfriend gets in that night.
I know, and if I go to Disneyland, I won't be recording.
Well, I don't want to record that.
I think,
no, it's not, because that's
a discussion for another time.
Oh, you're right. That would be 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
We can discuss it in 5 minutes.
They're doing one of those you want to go watch.
We need to take a break in 5 minutes.
Okay. I want to make sure the dog is
We need to take a break in 5 minutes, because the video tapes are going to run out.
All right, we're not really making much.
Here's the next. Who's on your list of celebrities you'd most like to have sex with?
Christopher Maloney. Jason Statham. Rue McClanahan.
Who's crazy?
That was a joke. Thank you for being a friend.
Who's crazy hot? Come on.
Nick Frost. Nick.
Yeah, I would totally.
I don't know if I'd
Nick
want to have
Frost.
sex with him.
He's a little big, but he's.
Oh, really?
He's a little big.
Really?
You didn't know I have limitations to the number of pounds I can have on top of me?
I'm Japanese all of a sudden. No, I did not know that.
Dude, I am not. Okay, I'm not saying I'm not. Now and again, I'll go for a very big guy.
There's a weight limit.
But you've seen who I've been with.
You must be this wide to ride
late.
this ride.
Look at the last couple people I've dated are not big. I'm just saying.
They're gonna high
James
pitch.
Gandolfini. So.
Whatever.
James Gandolfini is a big guy.
Zach Galifianakis,
Yes,
I
would totally do
just
Zach.
because he's sexy. Even though I think
With his head shaved?
he looks to me like he'd be stinky. That's the only problem. He looks like he'd probably have
He's a
smelly breath and a smelly
Filthy
booty.
fucking hippie.
I'm just saying.
And yeah.
What?
Next one.
What about you?
no, what about you?
Whoa.
Jesus, you are
Whoa.
so.
What about you?
I don't know. I can't think.
Oh,
of
come
anything.
on.
He doesn't, he doesn't even have TV.
I don't. Yeah, I don't watch TV that much, so I can't.
What about
think of-
movies? Anybody made you Randy a movie?
Any actor ever in the history of the world.
fuck's
Jesus. Anybody.
I just
Who did you lust after when you were a kid?
I don't remember.
Oh God, you don't need this kind of pressure, JP. All right, let him go.
You know, when you live
Did you
in
say?
the,
I didn't
in the
hear.
hills of Switzerland
Did you
with
say
those
Justin?
goats.
What? I did.
What'd you say? Oh, he said
I said
James
James
Gandolfini.
Gandolfini.
Oh, I thought you were throwing.
You know
out
what else is
Brian.
hot is the dude with the mustache who's on that show Community, I think.
Mustache on Community.
I'll show you a picture. Hold on. We'll go on to the next
Oh
one.
no, you're thinking not Community. He's on Parks and Recreation.
Parks and Recreation.
It's Megan Mullally's husband.
He's.
Oh yes, Ron
Swanson,
Swanson.
the guy who
What's
plays
his
Ron
name?
Swanson.
I'll show you this new picture that I put into the Wolf
Yes,
slideshow
because
recently.
he was in in that movie, and
In
he was
Deadwood
naked,
or-
HBO thing.
Not
Deadwood, yeah.
Yeah, Deadwood.
Was he in
One of
Deadwood?
those. That's what the
Oh,
new
with the
thing is
penis.
from.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got a great penis.
The penis.
Did you
No,
ever
because
see a
I watched
picture?
No, he
Deadwood.
does.
The two of them did for Nick. The hell's his name?
Nick.
Nick something, isn't it?
Yes.
They did
Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman. They did a spread for him. He's from Parks and Recreation. He is Megan Mullally's husband,
What?
and they did a cute spread for Vanity Fair
Oh
together.
my god, look at that
where they're
JP.
naked.
It's like every masculine
God,
cliche
no.
in existence.
They did a negative
Flannel mustache, slick back hair.
You have to look
No.
up him and Vanity Fair because he and Megan Mullally did a nude thing for
Yeah.
Vanity Fair.
JP, you're
I'm not a mustache guy.
JP, you're flawed. You're flawed.
I am flawed.
Ron
I don't like
Swanson
mustaches.
rules. He is
There.
awesome. on
I
that
put it
show.
out there right
mustaches.
now. I don't like mustaches.
I love mustaches. What about this?
All right.
Unless there's a beard attached.
That's a mustache with a beard.
Okay, that's cute.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
But I don't like the shaved chin thing either.
All right. Next
what?
question.
What about that one? I like garters. Dudes
Okay,
that wear
yeah.
garters
Oh,
are
I
fucking
saw that
hot.
picture. That's hot.
I know Dave doesn't like this, but it's hot.
He's a little bit.
What is the
he
last?
British? He looks British.
Yeah, I think he is. He's hot.
knew it.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
I
What
knew
is-
it.
Jesus.
What is the last thing that your
everybody calm
semen
down.
hit?
Oh my.
The last thing that my semen hit.
And then we have to break.
My underwear.
The back of someone.
Yes.
What?
The back of someone's throat.
What about you, Dave?
Well, no, because it happened recently.
My underwear.
That's why it's funny.
I mean, I haven't seen my boyfriend in weeks. So I'm just.
Okay.
Well, on that
My
note,
boyfriend's face.
I was gonna say, Justin. Yeah.
So yeah, we need to take a break. We'll be back.
No,
in a
you
little
didn't
bit.
answer that
I
question.
did. I said the back of someone's throat.
Oh,
Yay.
mine was on
there
their
we go.
face.
That's hot. Wow, we're all sexually active, aren't we?
Yay! All right, back in a few.
All right, and we're back.
Right. Is this one on? I don't think this one's on.
Dave, your microphone is to your.
Is this one on?
Yes, he
Are
just
you
turned it on.
sure?
So we're having our Drunkcast, and the only person drunk is Dave.
I want to come to your emotional rescue.
JP, is that your first drink?
No, it's like my fourth.
Oh, well, I guess I'm behind.
This is not your fourth.
I guess you didn't.
You were full of dark brown crap because that thing was half full when you brought it here, and it's like 2/3 full now.
Here.
Sack up.
I need more ice, so I can.
All right, maybe it's my
Re-up.
third. Whatever. I need ice too.
That's okay. That's good. That's good.
Okay. Okay. So anyway, next question is, what do you think was the most recent thing that the guy on your left jerked off to? In Brian's case, I'm going to say tentacle hentai porn.
Tentacle hand-tied porn.
hentai.
Hentai.
What
The
does that even
Japanese
mean?
Japanese.
tentacle
Japanese
porn.
tentacle porn.
Oh, is that where they have like the like it's anime with like tentacles
like,
coming out of vaginas and things?
Yeah.
I saw that on Boat Full of Dicks. That's crazy.
Wait, stop. Boat Full of Dicks?
It's like the coolest Tumblr ever.
Coolest Tumblr ever.
He doesn't update it anymore, but it's like
You know what?
Boat Full of Dicks.
I think 3 of you need to do shots.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I think you need to up it
Because we're not drunk enough.
because you're not drunk enough.
No, I'm pretty buzzed.
I'm doing pretty good.
buzzed.
I'm Justin. I'm a little
Some of
drunk.
us just
I've
know.
got allergy meds
Some of
going
us just
on
know how to
too,
handle
so.
our shit better, Dave.
Power?
Well, I don't
I'm
drink that
pink.
often.
Exactly. That's how you can tell if I'm drunk because I'm rosy.
Because you're pink.
Your palms are rosy.
Dave,
Okay.
Okay, so
Do
the
you like
guy to your
Jägermeister
left.
Dave?
Dave was jerking off clearly to someone in a singlet,
Yes.
Well, that's
probably tied up or
Close.
tying someone up.
Wrestling trunks, but close.
Okay.
Worked for me.
what are wrestling trunks?
Wrestling trunks, like a professional wrestler would wear.
Oh, okay. I only think of
Were they stepping on someone else's face or something?
Well, I mean, he gets him caught up in the corner, and then he grabs his leg and puts his foot on his dick, and then pulls his legs while he grinds his dick with
See,
his boot.
these are the things he doesn't say when he's not drunk. We need to have like a very special Dave episode right now. All those things that he wouldn't talk about.
I jerked off as in you weren't with some other guy
Well, you just
at
said
the
you
time.
need-
No, I mean, as far as Justin is concerned.
yeah. The most recent thing that the guy on your left jerked off to. That's
Other
also-
than sex with people that he's having
I
sex
don't
with.
know. I don't know enough about Justin to know if he needs visual stimulation or if he can think of something in his mind. Do you need to have something on Xtube or some kind of porn rolling?
simple question.
No, I'm just asking Justin. It's an interesting question. I'd
No, it is,
like to
'cause
know the
there's
answer.
some-
Inquiring minds want to know.
There are some people that are like it depends. For
Do you
me,
have a
but
spank
usually
bank?
I have to. No, usually I have to watch something.
So
I have a spank bank, but it's on
So
my
do I.
computer.
Preferably somebody
Right.
being DP'd.
DP'd?
Double penetrated.
Oh, brother.
What? Don't knock it till you tried it.
Double penetrated
Not that I've tried
man?
it,
Oh, you mean 2 cocks in one hand?
Jesus Christ. Dave.
Well, no, because when you think of a woman being double penetrated,
Right,
it's
it means-
vagina and
it means
ass.
2 penises
You don't
in
think
one
of a
butt.
man. A man
Right.
has one input unless you're sticking your penis in another
I
man's penis.
always
Yeah,
think of
I
a
know.
man.
You know what,
Doesn't
though?
really work. I always
Instead of
think of a
going
man.
like A, B, C, D, you could have just gone A to D. And you would have
All right. So answer to the question.
Oh.
Well, you said you have to have visuals. Something. I imagine Xtube. That's probably the easiest. I can't imagine you buying.
But
a lot
right
of
type
porn.
of X tube. What was he watching?
I don't know. God, I don't know what Justin's into. He had sex in a tree.
Dude,
for
dude,
God's
I
sake.
just said
Yeah, okay, but look at his
tentacle hentai
bracelets. Look at his
porn.
bracelets. He's into anything. There's something red there. There's a black one. I mean, I'm thinking,
Okay,
Anything that's
I'd say it was
I'm thinking all holes filled with
some
something.
sort of cub getting fucked.
No,
Some sort of bear getting fucked.
no,
Okay,
Some sort of dog getting fucked.
no.
Watch it, Bo. Go upstairs.
What?
Was it something perverse
Kind
and
of.
dirty?
Yeah.
Do you have some
naughty and
perverse
filthy?
thing? Shots. I think it's time for shots.
I think we should all
time
have
for
our
shots.
shots.
Okay. Do you want
No,
me to?
I meant like shots.
do you want me to
so we're not-
reveal? Do you want me to reveal what I was watching?
Sure, if you want to.
I don't care. I watch straight porn sometimes.
Oh, well, yeah.
So I was watching a gangbang cream pie thing.
Oh my god, that's fucked up. Oh my god.
with like 20 guys coming in
Yeah.
this chick.
Not for nothing.
And let me think. You were thinking you were the chick, right?
Not for
It's got to be that, right?
No, I just think it's hot that these straight guys
Not
are
for
like
nothing.
putting their cocks in the other guys' cum.
Not for nothing.
Dave is so
But if
drunk.
you're but there is got to be so
Into the mic,
much,
Dave.
I am.
No, you're not.
There's
There you
got to
go.
be so much more straight porn out there than there is gay porn.
No.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
way
Yeah,
more
way
straight
more
porn.
And it's all got cock in it.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
No,
that's
if it's
the-
not
well, that's
got-
the thing.
It's got twat.
But that's the
But
thing
Dave,
is,
that's
Ew,
because
it's got pussy.
that's because straight
Gross,
people don't
bad.
get to have sex when they
I don't
want.
want Jaeger though.
what do you want?
I don't
Anything
do
else
Jaeger.
but Jaeger.
Jaeger
Oh my
is
God,
fucked
girls,
up.
really?
Yes.
I hate
Great
Jaeger.
I'll tell you,
It's
Mom,
gross.
but I got a motor.
What is over there?
There's some butter shots and stuff over there.
Oh, you don't want to mix. Don't mix. You know what we should do, Dave. Do you have a mixer?
Just tequila.
Do you have a shaker, a cocktail shaker?
Yes.
Okay, give me a cocktail shaker and ice. We'll just do chilled shots of this.
That works.
Chill shots of what?
A
Purple.
Purple.
Of purple?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Just put ice in the shaker?
Give me this.
Wait. All right. Hold on.
Just shush. No more talking.
Oh my god.
I want to do Jaeger.
Pills.
You
can do a shot of Jaeger.
I would do Jaeger if everybody else was, but no one else is. So.
I am.
Well, right, but I don't actually. I honestly don't really want to do Jaeger. So.
All right, there's ice.
This is a nice cocktail shaker.
Diabetic popsicle. I've got those.
Here, give me some ice.
I don't know how much.
Well, enough to make it cold.
Well, I don't need much.
Enough to make it cold, you silly goose.
Oh my god! Let's make it rain on them hoes.
Can we put
Where's the? I need a shot glass. Shot glass, please.
Can I put like a cranberry or something in there?
Just hand me one.
here.
Because I want to make sure I put enough in, and I don't know how big these are. There's just
I've
one.
only got 3. Well, I've got more than 3, but I don't know.
1, 2, 3. Okay, that's gonna work. So that's one.
Oh, here it is.
Okay, Santa.
You want to do meatloaf shots?
All right.
Oh my god! No, I do not want a meatloaf shot. Thank you.
A savor, a food savor.
What is this?
It's meatloaf. I make meatloaf. I make 2 pounds of it. And I food savor. I have a food saver.
Nice.
I put it in the food saver. And I have meatloaf all year.
Oh my
God.
It does. I'm a maker.
Oh, Jesus.
This opens.
Okay, I have to say that before we did this, I didn't know if this would be brilliant or an absolute train wreck. I'm close to train wreck right now.
Train wreck.
Careful.
Jesus.
Vitamin.
Change vitamins and
V.
medibles.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just gonna do Jaeger right out of the bottle since
gonna
nobody else is
hurl.
having it. Ladies, check your skirts.
Oh my
There's
god.
more left.
No.
Watch your skirt. I can see your shoot.
Oh, you know what? Here, I'll just put them
That's a huge shot glass.
there. Don't be
Wait.
such a girl.
It's just that cold.
Yeah.
They're from Germany. Everything's bigger there. Ish.
Go.
All right.
Salud. Happy 100.
Prost.
She's totally dead.
Giddy up. Oh God, it's good.
Oh
It's vodka.
Are you gonna throw up?
no.
Oh my God, please throw up. That would be awesome.
That was just
Oh my God, no.
No.
We should all have like 7 pieces of bacon after
Jesus
this.
Christ, no.
I make it in the oven now. It is amazing.
You
All
make
right.
bacon in the oven?
Yeah, 350, like 15
What did JP
minutes.
jerk off to? Did we find out?
no.
JP, what did you jerk off
I
to?
think
Oh, you have to
Other
guess.
than
You
your
have to guess.
boyfriend.
You have to guess.
I think JP watched a video of Mike.
Oh my
Do you
God.
have videos of Mike? Okay, wait.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
What was Mike doing in the videos?
I didn't
Do you
say.
guys take videos of each other? That's
do
crazy.
not.
Do you make
We do
drinks
not.
with
I kind of wish we
Jägermeister in them?
do.
Yes.
What? Like what?
Well, people will have. I have a guy who drinks redheaded sluts, and that's
I love redheaded sluts.
that's
Oh my
Jaeger
God.
and peach schnapps
Can you call it a red
with
bearded slut?
cranberry
Can I have
juice. No, but you can do it at Lindsay Lohan. You know what that is?
Oh, box.
No, it's a redheaded slut with a little bit of coke in it. But a bump.
It's funny because
And people also do power blasters as cocktails.
power blasters.
Power blasters are Jaeger and Red Bull.
in your ass.
You could do that.
That would get you
Oh my
hyped
god, we already
really
talked about that,
fast.
didn't we?
What?
I'm gonna
Coffee enemas?
No, about the kids that soak their tampons in alcohol and then put them up their asses
Yeah.
to get drunk really fast. That's all the rage in high schools now.
That's supposedly
That's
how
brilliant.
my
They soak
road
tampons and then stick them up their booties or in their vaginas, and they get some.
died. Wait, why did you say vagina?
Vagina.
There was an extra space between each of those letters. Vagina.
That's how we were taught to say it in school. But
You say
and
vagina.
then
I say
and
vagina.
then they get drunk really super fast.
You have to hold that up to the camera and show what you've been diligently
He's
working
crafty.
on.
I'm making art.
I like it.
It looks like
Oh my god.
What did I have at the party with the meat and cheese?
Oh yes,
together?
yes. Those little Swiss roll things, the cream
Little
cheese rolls.
Oh my god.
Goat cheese rolls.
Little line of
Okay, so anyway, next question.
All right, next question. Wait, what does he say he was jerking off to? He didn't say.
No.
Oh, you had to say what you had to guess what he was.
Did you finish your shot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shot.
Oh my God, Dave!
I didn't take a whole one.
All right, let me take a sip because I just need to take a sip.
Louise.
I haven't had Jägermeister in 300
It's
years.
so good, honey. It's like cough
Oh, it's
medicine.
super
You'll feel
good.
right at home.
Oh god.
Jaeger's the best.
'Cause you're always sick.
But I just don't want to mix right now.
Oh my my god, ew.
You know what's really
I'd rather
good?
drink
so
absinthe.
good. It's herb liqueur.
Do you ever
My ex knows the poem that's around the label.
Just drink it.
There's a poem.
Do you ever drink Tuaca? It's kind of vanilla.
Oh, that's
flavored.
Chewbacca.
It's super yum.
No, I don't know that.
It's good. What do you think?
Isn't it good though? It's herb.
I would say you'd like it.
It's licoricey.
It tastes
herb.
like
Ish.
something you'd have when
You know
you're,
what? I-
when you're
It's
eating.
not
Like,
too licoricey because I don't like licorice.
I like the Baron Jaeger. I don't like the Jaeger.
Balenciaga. Oh, the honey.
yeah, honey. Yeah,
that's-
Das
you,
ist echt
you,
geil.
it's something you drink when you were having raclette. I think
No, that's Pierce.
just to bring
Cheers.
back something from a classic.
We're doing
episode.
raclette this year,
Dude, you totally
we are
have to.
totally doing it.
Do you have
When
a
are you
machine?
doing
I have a
What are
machine.
we
We're
doing?
doing it.
But does it
When?
actually work?
Yeah.
When?
I sent you
doing
that
it.
picture from San Francisco in that
Yes.
Markthalle. I forget what you call it. The place with the
Thing with the stuff.
when are you
the,
doing
the
it?
where Bacalone is and
We're
all
gonna do it a
that
couple
pier,
times.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay, for people who don't know, back in the day when JP first left his hoarder residence and moved into with the gay P,
You'll
the
back
gay
to the lonely goat.
D-gay. When Gay P moved in with D-gay,
D-gay.
he brought a lot of interesting things, and I found his raclette thing, which was interesting. It's some
is.
sort of weird. You should Google it and figure out what it is. Okay, let me go to the next
It
one.
is. It's melted cheese and happiness.
Is it melted cheese and happiness and
Does it
potatoes?
have onions, though?
If you want,
Don't put onions on them.
You put anything. You make it yourself. That's the beauty of the whole thing.
This is like a coaster now. Look, I can put my drink on.
All right, Nick. Back topics.
my God, it's like a dream.
Okay, so Christian has some questions for us. One of them is
Can you
it's
stretch
kind
another
of
one out?
I don't know. It says if you could switch one cast member for a cast member of another podcast or Xcast, who
Codpiece cast?
and why? Well, my first question is
Stinky question.
I don't really listen to other podcasts.
I don't
That's not a
listen to
question.
this
That's a
one.
statement.
I know.
We've established that,
So, and I apologize
and that's
for
why
our.
it's hard to say what you regret having said on here. If you don't listen to it back, how do you know what to regret? And we
I-
don't get a hell of a lot of feedback, you fucks. How many of you are listening to us? Seriously.
Wow.
How
So
many
now-
of us
so
are?
now we just went from having 12 listeners to having 8
All right,
listeners.
wait. Let's back the fuck up.
Okay.
We've got 400
There's a
and what,
listener.
11 or 12 people on Facebook, and not everybody is on Facebook, and not everybody knows that we're on Facebook.
Dave, there's a listener right
There's, like,
behind you who gives us feedback.
4 people who leave comments. He's one of the 4. I did not say he was
Yes.
not one of the 4.
That's
But there's
true.
like 4 people who leave feedback. For some strange reason, unknown to man, we cannot figure out how many people are downloading this podcast, which I can't understand. But there's got to be what? Well, how many do you think?
These are the things that keep Dave
I
up at
mean,
night.
seriously, off the top of your head, how many people do you think are listening? If we have 400 fans.
If I had to
on-
guess, I'd say 300 people.
no, we have 400 fans on Facebook, and not everybody's on Facebook, and not everybody fans and friends everything on Facebook. So I'd say it's more than 400.
Generally, adding up the numbers as far as I can guess, about 1,100 people. are
There you
listening
go.
to the podcast.
That's kind of cool.
So how much feedback? But we're not getting enough feedback.
Yeah,
Why
but
are you
we're not
fucks
even
writing
listening-
us?
but
What
we're
the
not
fuck is
listening
wrong
to
with
it,
you? What are
Dave.
you afraid
Dave.
of? What do you think is going to happen?
Dave, we don't listen to our own podcast.
You're gonna yell at them
Why
and call
do we,
them
why are we
fuck.
yelling
Come
at
get
them?
us! We're right here. Seriously, what the fuck?
Wow.
I mean, and that's the thing. Now, but in fairness, do you interact with a lot of things that you're fans of Facebook? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
No, wait, now he's going to take the other side of the argument.
I am not.
Yes, you are.
What I'm saying. But I would like to motivate people to speak up and ask questions and say you're listening. If you say, I'm from nowhere and I think you guys are great, you know, or something stupid, say it for God's sakes. How do we know you're there?
If you
I'm
shouldn't
serious.
feel at all intimidated to write in now.
Why would you feel intimidated? I'm approaching you in a very friendly manner. There's no
You fucks.
reason.
I'm friendly.
I have never seen
seriously.
Dave like this.
This is
ever.
an ultimatum. I swear to God.
Wow.
This Saturday
All right.
night at Qualcomm Stadium. No,
How deep
I mean,
are we that we know that this is the
seriously.
exact point that Dave lost his shit?
No. All right, stop it.
1 hour.
Next question.
Wow.
Hour and 5 minutes into the
I have
show.
that question. Seriously, though.
Yeah, wait.
Seriously, dudes, give us feedback.
I'm
Even if
gonna-
it's like, hey, I'm a listener.
Yeah.
I
I'm going to
can't stand
translate
you
that.
guys.
I'm going to use my customer service skills to translate that. Dave's very appreciative that you guys are
No, I
listening to
am
our show.
appreciative, but I
And he would
would
love
appreciate
to
a little
hear your
interaction.
feedback. If you have a moment, just take a moment, any moment,
exactly
and
what
write
I'm
into us and let us
saying.
know how you feel about the show.
Dave, you do. All right, Dave. Brian, you do need to
Another
be
shot.
back in customer service. Oh my
You're
god.
driving me to drink, you fucks. You see what you're doing?
We're really glad you're listening.
No, someone get the
We are
Jaeger
glad
from
you're
him.
listening.
Jesus
We're
Christ.
ecstatic that you're listening.
We've
I
got
need
an
a little
hour to go.
validation.
Get the Jaeger from him.
I swear to God, I need a little validation. I need to know that you're listening. Hello? Is anybody out there? Hello? Seriously. God damn it. Come on.
I will agree with this sentiment slightly in
Post
that.
a fucking comment.
But
You know what? This will tie into the next one.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
Here's the way you get
No, appreciate the people that do comment.
Here's the way you get
Tim guy, he's always posting.
Maybe that's why no one comments.
Reed posts stuff. Hi, Reed.
Yeah.
Hi. You taking my picture?
a bunch of people posted on our Facebook page recently.
No. But,
I'm a little uncomfortable.
That's why you're over there.
oh, I can make you uncomfortable.
Oh shit!
Are you wearing a singlet under that?
I could be. Do we put one on? I swear to God.
Go put one on.
Wait. Here's the next question. Okay, from same guy. He totally wants us to do a naked podcast.
Well, naked isn't being in singlet isn't being naked.
I know, but it's close.
And I'm a grower, so I don't want to be naked.
And what I'm going to say though is
Well, I mean,
that
if you did that, I would not be showing my junk. Well, unless we had a naked drunk cast, then I might.
Read you available in 2 weeks.
Well, I think that's what he's implying.
Dave, I think you should totally go upstairs and put on the
Are
singlet.
you just saying that?
No.
Should I really
I'm
do
serious.
it?
Go do it.
A high cut or a low cut?
Low cut.
It doesn't fucking matter as long as you do it.
You think I do it?
Go do
I
it.
don't think I
Go do it. Come on.
I think you should do it.
Can we do a timeout? Should we do a timeout?
Can we do something where like he's standing there and he's not in it, and then we just
And
go
then like
blink
he
and
goes
is? Like
like sparkles like.
Okay,
do that? Can we do that?
You have to ask Reed because he's the one who's going to do the video effects.
I don't know. You'd have a hard time.
Okay, while you
Reed
go,
stopped
while you go
listening.
change.
Okay, Reed is actually in the
Singlet.
room and he stopped listening to our
Singlet.
podcast. How horrible is that?
We're telling Dave that he should put on a singlet for the rest of the podcast.
Do you want me to do it?
He says do it.
You don't think I'll do it, do you?
Go do it. Come on, Dave.
Why wouldn't you think I'd do it?
No, we think you might do it, and that's why we're telling you should do it.
You know what? If this is Sex in the City, I'm always fucking Charlotte, and that's fine. But
Why
know
are you
what?
fucking Charlotte?
Charlotte has a dirty
girl.
side too. She's a dirty
She
girl.
is. She's the one who went down on that dude and got her face all messy.
You fucking bitch, you fucking whore. That was Charlotte. Remember that?
Oh,
Exactly.
wait.
Come on, Dave. Go do it.
All right,
I'll
go
do it.
Do it.
Go do it.
Go do it.
Go do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we
Dave's-
timing-
All right.
are we
I'm going to
timing
say.
Time out.
Wait, hold on. Before you go, I'm going to say this though. For a really good naked cast, and this is another Bearcast.
What is the naked? You know, it's an
But-
audio thing. You
I-
cannot see us normally.
But we could do another video.
Just keep talking. Just keep talking, Davey.
Go listen to episode 69 of Bears in the City.
Were they naked?
They were naked during it, and it is an
With each
amazing.
other?
Yeah, it was a really eye-opening, even though it's audio. Podcast. It's very good because during this they talked a lot about body image and their self-image and
I have
everything.
a horrible body image.
Exactly
But see,
what
that's
they
the
talked
point.
about.
Then wait, I should say
Go.
that if we were talking about swapping people, I would totally bring Dom in to podcast with us a little bit because he's
Dom?
sweet and hot and he's in the Bear podcast.
I think
from Bears in the City.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one.
And he calls me on my birthday. He's so sweet.
Calls on the phone like?
He's done that twice. Gives me my birthday call.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dom,
All, the way,
my birthday's next week.
all the way from down under.
Just saying.
Now I went.
I read 35 only.
I know.
Just a baby.
Go get your singlet on.
Singlet.
Should I really?
Yes, go do it.
Do
So
it.
low cut, high
Singlet,
cut.
singlet.
Blue.
Whichever
Whatever
one you
makes
think is the
you
best.
Whatever
feel
makes
like
you
a
feel-
star.
Yeah.
You are a star, Dave.
I'll put on the. All right.
Put on your formal singlet.
I'll put on the first one
Put on
that
the
I've
formal
ever owned in my entire life. Okay, are we
you
gonna
still
do
fit
this?
into
We'll
it?
do it like this.
Go do it.
Okay, I'm sitting here.
ready?
And I'm going to blink, and I'll be in a singlet. Ready?
Okay. Oh! It's a singlet.
What happened?
Wow, Dave. Trey,
Whoa, that's
There's the
insane.
magic of television.
Trey, sexy.
I have a tattoo.
Don't get too hot, boys.
Wait.
She's spoken for.
So
Right.
you have a tattoo.
I have 2 tattoos.
You have 2 tattoos. You have no
Two
tattoos.
tattoos. I have no tattoos, but I am getting one probably in like a week or so.
It's not anybody's name, is it?
No.
Okay, I was just saying.
Don't do names.
Don't pull a Johnny Depp and have to have.
Oh God!
No.
Read that is a horrible angle. Do not take my picture. From that
I think you
angle.
should get it if you get it from over here. Actually, if you get it from wherever I'm standing, it looks
Yeah,
pretty
right here too.
Right
So,
there. You know how many guys have titty fucked me? They love that.
Oh, that's hot. Oh, it's like a little fuzzy pot
It
spot.
is extra hairy right there. It's very weird.
If I hadn't already taken care of business today.
Hey!
So Michael Edwards, aka I think he's fuck on
No,
that's
that's
his boyfriend.
his
boyfriend's fuck. Who's I don't know.
This is Eggwords.
Eggwords.
Blank K.
We've already kind of answered your question, Michael, but since you twittered it in, which is awesome, What's everyone's drink of choice? We could say what's our drink of choice generally. Like, it might not be what we're drinking right now. For me, my drug of choice is generally either Rangtang and 7 or Purple and 7.
What's Rangtang?
Rangtang is
tastes like Tang.
3 Olives Rangtang, and it tastes like Tang.
Olé.
Yes, or I will drink a Sierra Nevada in a glass. Any good beer in a glass. He also asked, will Brian be mixing cocktails on air? I haven't mixed any cocktails, but we have been doing chilled shots of 3 Olives Purple.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And he hashtag shaken not stirred.
I normally drink now in the bars Citron and 7. So
That's a good choice. Do you do a lemon in it?
yeah, I usually have
I
some
used
kind
to
of
drink
twist.
that. I've been doing Purple and 7 or Rangtang.
And most bars have this 3 Olives thing, huh? Is it getting to be a thing?
It's a thing.
It is,
You
but they
won't find
don't.
it
They don't
everywhere.
have all the flavors.
Is it
though.
a national thing?
You
Do we
can,
know?
if you go to a bar with,
I'm gonna try
yeah.
to
I mean,
make
for
this work.
we're kind of actually, PEX is a bit of the exception to the rule in that we have so many different varietals and so many different flavors.
Which is awesome because
You're mixing so many.
no,
It's
no,
whiskey.
no. It's whiskey. He's going from 7.
I'm going whiskey
he's going
to
from whiskey to whiskey.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I went-
If anything,
I
he's
went-
doing better for himself because this is higher on the shelf.
Because I went to
This is not well.
no, I almost
well.
Now Dave is the high class prostitute.
I almost brought this too.
because he's doing this is $7.25
I have a bottle of this at
Is
home,
it
and I almost brought it.
$7.25 a drink?
for a makers for a 4 count. What's the same of what I'm drinking?
Yeesh.
Oh, and also Todd says have fun and congratulations on number 100.
Oh, thank you,
you.
Todd. Who's Todd? Which Todd?
You're Todd.
My Todd.
Our Todd. All of our Todds.
yay.
All of our Todds.
My best friend. Who's 3 blocks away? We should invite them over for drinks.
He just twittered like 30 minutes ago.
Did he? They were making martini. Oh, that was loud. He's making martinis earlier. I said, I'll come
I'm going to
over.
reply to him and say, thanks, Dave's in a singlet.
I am not.
I'm going to take a picture of you right now.
People do
Thanks.
not know that.
They will when they want.
Do not live blog that. I hate.
Okay. Well, anyway, let's move on to questions. Gregory wants to know what our personal favorite moments of 2011 are, and your individual goals for 2012, and what's your favorite of the
Very
past
natural.
year.
My God, is this a job interview?
So what are your personal favorite moments of
jobber
2011? Your favorite moments.
My favorite moments: meeting my boyfriends.
I'm going to say
you wanna-
that,
wait,
that
wait.
amazing kiss that I had.
Do you want to
Oh,
take a moment to
God.
elaborate on that at all in the slightest?
He elaborated it last time, didn't
Did he?
2 weeks ago.
Oh, I must not have been here.
You weren't here.
Un poquito.
Oh, I need to go back and
That
listen
was
to that one.
that was
Never
the
mind.
comment where Dave was like, "Oh, you actually mentioned it, and Brian's not here."
Never mind. All right. Move on.
Yes. And what was the next?
The
part?
kiss.
Mine was the kiss. Yours?
Wait a minute.
I don't know what the question was.
Your personal favorite moments of 2011.
Holy crap.
Oh, Jesus. Do we have time? Do we have
Go ahead,
time?
Dave. You go. I'll
I can
think.
pick one that was pretty spectacular, and it's actually kind of a funny story. It was, I want to say 4th. It wasn't 4th of July weekend, but it was when was Comic-Con? The middle of July, end of July,
Yeah.
beginning of August,
Right
something
before,
like that.
right after Pride or before Pride.
During Comic-Con, John, my ex, and I went to see the San Diego Symphony. And they played directly behind the Comic-Con Convention Center.
Right.
It was on the harbor. It was their summer pop season. It was amazing. The concert was spectacular. Afterwards, there were fireworks. I love fireworks, and it was great being there with John. And I thought it was the greatest thing in the whole wide world. It was one of the happiest days of my life. And we broke up the next day.
Yeah, that was the same day that.
But you went out with a bang.
Yeah, I mean that was
Literally.
the thing, which is funny, but that was a highlight moment. But actually, having gotten to know my new boyfriend Mike, I can remember at least half a dozen times now this year that I've woken up in his bed, and the view from his bed is a beautiful view of San Francisco, and just being in his beautiful home and next to him and having this beautiful view out the window was just breathtaking. I felt like I wasn't in my own body. Like, it was just an incredible experience.
Wow.
I absolutely love him. And
You've had some boyfriend Twitters that, as jaded and as over as I am of people doing PDAs on the internet, I always like yours because they're totally legitimate.
But
like,
you know-
I'm just like, oh, that just makes me feel good.
but you know what? You say my own are legitimate, and the reason why
They
they're
just,
legitimate,
I don't know. Just,
I'm so careful about putting them out there because you know what happens. And it's this thing. every time I count my blessings, it's a repeated pattern in my life. Something
I know where you're going
bad
with this.
happens.
Because
that
that's why I've been so guarded about this whole thing is because every time I've put it out there and been so gung ho about it, that's when something bad happens and it ends.
I should go back on Facebook and read the Twitter that I posted on that night that John and I went to the symphony, and I wrote something like, as I put my head to pillow, I cannot imagine a better day in my life and laying next to John is so amazing. I wrote something that was completely poetic, and we broke up the next day. Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things, and I hate that I have to be so careful about counting my blessings.
But you can't live your life waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Well, no, it's not even that.
No, it's not that.
But it's just like, when you just feel so good about things, and then as soon as you profess that, my God,
put it
things
out there
are
for everybody
spectacular,
to see, it almost feels like that's when
happens.
something bad happens.
And
it's happened to me every single time for
me
the last
oh my God,
6-7
Justin,
years.
And you want to know a prime example? The morning my mother had a car accident and broke her back and died as a result of the car accident eventually. The day that my mother broke her back, my father had died in January of that year, and this is March. The day that morning, I was getting ready for my day that morning in the bathroom, and I thought to myself, oh my God, I can't believe everything is finally settled down since my dad died. Everything seems normal again, and I finally feel like everything's going to be okay. And that afternoon, my mother had a car accident, and then eventually died from it. And that's just, and that is, it's constantly a thing. So I am so careful about counting my blessings, and I hate that it has to be like that, because when things are great, I want to shout them out to the world. You know what I mean? But every time I do, something horribly catastrophic happens.
I guess I should be happy that my life is just always very mediocre. Like, it's just acceptable.
But that's not good, though.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was
but I totally understand what Dave's saying, because I'm there. Like, I know what you're saying. Like, it seems like that.
Shame.
But that's a good thing, though. No, you shouldn't. Here's the thing.
You've had a tough life too. Wait, you've had a tough life too. The thing is,
social networking. It's not
even about social networking. It's about even thinking in my mind.
Yourself. I see. Okay.
No, it's even
internally thinking, wow, I am super fucking happy right now. And you can't do it, because every fucking time something bad happens.
I
wish I could go back to the Facebook
You can't
right
think
now.
that way. You got to break that out.
Because it happens, and you experience it too.
Then you're what it is that you have a theory, and you're pulling anything that substantiates that theory in. I'm just saying. No. You know, I mean, it could be like, oh, fuck it, never mind. You know what? I'm not going to try to fix you guys.
No. Well, no, but you've had different lives. Both of you have different lives. I think Justin and I have had seriously bad things in our lives. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
We've had serious things. We've had serious letdowns. And it's not all us either. Because I think one way that Justin and I are alike is that we're very hopeful. We want things to be happy. We want things to be normal and good.
Well, now I feel bad that you don't think that I feel that way too.
Yeah.
No.
I have the same hopes.
But to some people, normal and good, like you, even the fact that you just said things are straight across the line.
That was for a joke, though.
No, but even that your life is on a fairly even keel, and you've
that's true.
How much have you faced a lot of tragedy in your life? Have you had to?
I have. I mean, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I haven't. No, I mean, nothing significant in the last 10 to 15 years.
You've not had a close family member die.
No, not
immediate family member
not
die
in a while, and I don't. And
Justin and I both had. You've had a horrible situation with your mom. You've had a horrible. This is really good.
We need to get out of this. So we're talking about things.
All right, everybody, pull up.
Our favorite moments of the year. I could take us out of this. I'll go to something happy. 2011.
No, but you've had one bad situation. Justin and I have had more than one bad situation, I think, in our lives. You know what I mean? You've had a terrible situation in your life too. I mean,
we've all had stuff.
You still have both of your parents. None of us have both of our parents, but you. You know what I mean? It's just
right. But one of my parents shows absolutely no interest in my life, and they both divorced when I was in my formative years, and I'm still recovering.
I was in kindergarten when my parents divorced.
Yeah, I'm just saying we've all.
I don't think I knew your parents were divorced.
My parents divorced when I was in kindergarten. In fact, I got to go home early that day. So my mother was annoyed that they gave us paper straws to drink our milk.
My folks divorced while I was watching.
How weird is that?
My folks told me they were getting divorced while I was watching Mary Poppins.
Oh my God,
You were right.
that's a horrible association.
My dad was the minister of the church we were going to, and they divorced because he was committing adultery. I mean,
wow,
it was not an easy. I was 8, So.
Well, yeah, but I was 4, and I witnessed my. Oh God, this is getting.
No,
Okay, let's not go down this road. Let's not go down this road.
I witnessed
This needs to be edited
my
out.
violent alcoholic father.
No, this is good. Though. I mean, I'm sure anybody who likes our show is going to like this because they'll be like, "All right, now it's the fucking behind the music cast."
Right? No, this is fucking behind the music. Okay, well,
But you know what?
I understand what Dave's saying because, like, my mom was murdered. I mean, and possibly, most likely, by my dad. I mean, there's some serious shit that went down in my life. But I try not to let that get me down. I try to stay happy and
because she wouldn't want you to. She'd want you to keep striving for what you want.
Yeah.
And I mean, all kinds of stuff has happened. I've lost pretty much my whole family except for my sister.
Yeah.
So
my family of 5, there's one person left. Me, 2 people left. Me and my sister.
It's me and my sister.
All right, you guys definitely win the game of who's had to deal with the.
So I mean, I understand what Dave's like saying. Like every time, like I start to feel good about my life, or like things are going pretty awesome, like something really bad happens, and so it's hard to kick that thought that like if I'm truly happy and like
but
out there.
Since it keeps happening, aren't you strong enough now that when it happens, you're just like, oh yeah, I knew that was going to happen. No big deal.
It still gets you down. I mean, but I mean, it's probably a little easier for me to come back up from it, but it still
you
gets you
get
down.
a certain amount of God, I don't even know what to call it, but you get like numb to a certain amount of it. You know what I mean? I remember. God, this is getting. I remember standing there picking up my mother's coffin, and saying to my sister, "God, can you believe 4 months ago we were doing this for Dad? Like, what the fuck?" You know what I mean? Saying that to my sister,
right?
And
I'm not looking forward to that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We're going through that right now with my grandfather. Because he's like 92, and it's one of those fucked up, crazy situations where he's losing himself as more time goes on, and it's taking a toll on my grandmother. She already went through this with her own father. 20 years ago, she had to take care of him when he was going through Alzheimer's and all that. Now she's taking care of her own husband, and it's one of those situations where like that's a family. Like we all want him to be around, but then there's this part of yourself that you have to admit that's like, God, I wish you'd just let go.
Right.
So my grandmother can move on.
My grandfather had Alzheimer's, and that's what he eventually succumbed to.
Crazy.
And the hardest part, I think, for the family was when he didn't recognize you anymore. Like that was the hardest part. Was like eventually you had to come to a point where you're like, he's already gone. Like he's not my grandfather anymore.
My stepmother's going through that right now. Her mother has dementia, and she got kicked out of the home she was in because it wasn't for dementia patients, and and to know this woman, they were an oil trucking business. They were Mercedes driving, proper people, silk dress, fancy, whatever.
Right.
She got kicked out of the home because she was getting undressed during the night and going into other people's rooms.
That's one of those things where, like, is it worse for the person or worse for the family?
I think it's worse for the family.
Absolutely,
because the person doesn't know what they don't have.
But how must that be even to be the person and be so lost? And not even know where you're coming from.
And you know what's funny too, because with both my parents dying at such a young age, they both died in their very early 60s. Was that I didn't have to watch them deteriorate to that point where they lose their dignity. You know what I mean? So if there was any bright side to any of it, I didn't have to.
It's funny because my mom and I were talking, because she's talking about, that if my grandmother would have passed away before my grandfather, then we would put him in a home. And I said, well, of course you would, because, you can't deal with that. And she said, so what are you doing for your retirement? I said, I plan on dying by the time I'm 70. And she's like, that's just not funny, Brian. I go, no, because when shit starts falling apart on me, I'm gonna just start doing drugs. I'm gonna become like a semi-homeless person, and I'll just go to Palm Springs. And I'll spend my money.
You have your own box.
I'll spend my money on OxyContin, and I'll just whatever, and then I'll die. Because honestly, I go, I'm not gonna have a family. I'm not gonna have kids, more than likely. So, and I don't want to be a burden on anybody. And if I have a partner at the time, then then that'll be something. But if I'm not, if I'm alone, then fuck it. I'll just, Why not?
Fade away
What else do you
into
want
the
to do?
distance.
I mean,
Well, it's funny. 'cause
how
I think
else
about-
do you want to go out?
I think about that too when you don't have kids or whatever. I think,
Yeah.
God, my niece and nephew are going to be so lucky because they have this gay uncle who's going to leave all this money to them, and it's just
And
like,
I don't want my
Right now-
Good for
nephews
them.
and like my nephews and their family and their kids and their kids' kids have to look after me. Like, oh,
No.
gay old Uncle Brian is, he's still holding on. We got. Oh,
Jesus
come on, kids, you
Christ.
have to go visit him. It's Christmas. Oh, but we don't want to. He's so scary, and he's always.
Oh, stop it!
bitter
You're a
and
fun
cranky.
uncle, I'm sure.
He's always
I'll
bitter
enjoy
and
you.
cranky.
All right, so
But that's not different
No.
than now.
let's pull it back. Fuck you. I know. So
Wait, so alcohol's a depressant? Is
yeah,
that what
I
it
know.
is?
That's
Is
why
that what I'm
we're there.
understanding?
We're gonna pull it back up because we're still talking about
my
highlights of
God.
2011. I'm
Highlights.
gonna bring in
Woo,
my
highlights.
happiest moment of 2011.
Excuse me, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and cut myself.
I know.
Is that okay? Can I
If
just do
if
that?
any of you are
Reed,
still
would you
with
follow
us,
it so we get a close up of that cutting?
It's not secret cutting if you tell people about it.
if
is it?
anybody is still with us, if you all just haven't just gone like Jesus and turned us off by now.
Wow,
The-
Okay,
God.
that was keeping it real.
Pollyanna.
Jesus.
I found a reason for
God,
being
I
glad.
feel like I was like that was like a anyway. I don't want to use drug references for everything, but speaking of
Bracelets
drugs,
on.
my highlight of 2011 easily was Coachella. Coachella is like a life altering experience. No, there's no sex. It's just
Oh,
music.
there was no sex.
it's just
Excuse me.
camaraderie. Okay, there was a little bit of sex. Camaraderie and
coming.
drugs and
Camaraderie.
music, and it's. Put on one more black bracelet.
Drug music.
It was. It's amazing. It's
Putting them all on.
it was the highlight of my year. I was with a lot of my most.
Y2K.
You're Dave. You're any kind of
I am
fucking as long as
Y2K.
I'm bonded.
Don't talk to him.
Don't put the safe sex one on.
Why
Not when you have the red one and the orange one on.
That means I can't be fisted with a hand condom.
Oh, so you want to put a glove on before you put it in there?
Something.
You heard it
I
first.
gotcha.
Dave wants to be fisted with a hand condom.
But no.
No, I said ham condom.
Ham condom.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God, I just pictured that.
A ham condom?
like a
made
big
of
old
that
ham on the end of
Like
it.
glad bag.
Jelly.
Anyway, Coachella was amazing. It was my favorite people in the world doing amazing, just having the time of our lives. And also my trip to New York to hang out with Andy and where I got to see Spring Awakening and a bunch of other good shows. Not Spring Awakening, I'm sorry. That's drunk
Sleep No
right
More.
there. Sleep No More. Where I got to see Sleep No More.
Which has been extended to February.
Has it?
I pronounce the R.
Oh my God, I want to go
Still
so
thinking about
bad.
going back out.
It needs to travel. It needs to come to a fucking place.
The thing is, though, it can't.
Fucking
It can
pussy?
only
you
survive
say?
where it is. I think you take it anywhere
there's a
else.
place in LA, I'm sure, that has an old abandoned
Yeah.
building that they could do it in.
I've heard something about LA, did I not?
I would not be
Show.
surprised now that it's sort of a phenomenon
Shot.
that they wouldn't do it
no.
more. Did everybody say something about their 2011?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Goals for
let's go
2012.
next.
Can I close the
Goals for
window?
2012?
It's cold.
No, it's hot.
Are you hot? Really?
Yes.
It's a fluorescent light. Go ahead.
My goal for 2012 is right now I
That was
have.
me. Remember that guy said he got grossed out by Brian burping because he was on the train?
I'm sure he's long gone by now.
Aw, we love you. Come back.
Goal for 2012. Jesus Christ.
Dave has blown a gasket.
For everybody that asked for the Drunkcast, this is what you get.
You're not drunk enough, I swear.
I
to
am.
God, you are
am.
not.
Oh my God.
You're,
I am.
you're a little purple.
We're not as drunk as you are.
I'm
No,
afraid
this
you're on
is true.
steroids. I'm a lightweight. I'm sitting here in a singlet, for God's sake. What in the
I
world is
know.
going on?
I
All hell. It's broken loose.
Okay.
Do a shot. Seriously, everybody do a shot.
Oh my God,
right
we'h
now.
done two
Come
already.
on, it's the drunk cast.
We're
Jesus
still trying to keep the show
Lord.
in motion, though, sort of.
Oh my God, we're
Yes.
All right.
Come on, Dave.
It's moving forward.
What's your goals for 2012? This
My
is the only way
goal
we can get them to stop talking is to give them something to talk
My
about.
goals for 2012 are to take time to stop and appreciate things more, to slow my mind down, to feel like I don't have to constantly be doing something, to hire another maid because I fired the last one, and to travel more and to take more vacation. I mean,
That sounds
Mine
good.
is get a job and lose weight and get in shape. That's it. I mean, that's kind of like, I know. Well, you can go next.
You should join Boulevard Fitness and start going there with me.
would you
No,
ever
I'm at 24.
consider
Fuck
getting
24, it's for poor people.
your business snipped? Not
I'm
your
mad
business,
that mine shut down.
Would I get my what?
your thing controlled.
Oh,
so
no.
you lose
No.
weight?
I would never do
No.
that. No.
Why not? What? No.
No, it's it works for.
Mole.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
Not
Okay,
funny or entertaining.
this is no.
Neither of what you're doing.
Okay.
I know that for me that is not the way for me to go.
You guys have to do a shot.
I know that it works for some people. I know other
you are
people.
like one of my annoying customers at
Will
work.
you not pour a shot for them?
I am.
God.
Dave, I'm talking.
I know this is not your station, but still.
I know. I know it works for some
Put a
people.
$10 bill on the table.
There are other people that it doesn't work for.
If you're
not
not
gonna
tip me well, you can't be high maintenance.
All right, you guys. Hey,
No, I'm trying to take
Do
care
you
of.
dare me to come to Pex wearing this thing?
I triple dog dare you.
Do you really?
Whoa!
Yes.
Total breach of.
But wait,
total
is that a
breach of
weird
etiquette.
thing? Has anybody ever showed up in fetish gear and Pex?
Sure, all the time. I have a guy that comes
What
in.
do you mean all the time?
I have a guy that comes in fishnets
Sorry,
and high
that's
heels and bustiers.
Yeah, but that's drag.
No.
This is
Gender
drag,
fuck.
Dave. It's just a different kind of drag.
drag?
It's wrestling drag. It's all drag, Dave.
Dr. Bombay,
This
Dr.
is drag.
Bombay, emergency,
Flannel
come
shirts
right
are
away.
drag. It's all drag.
It's not drag.
Anyway,
You don't put it on as
So
drag.
you're gay. Yeah, I mean, you're gay. You're gold. Okay, so JP's
JP
goals
is
are
gay.
to get a job
case you didn't
and to
know.
lose weight.
That's it.
That's good.
That's it.
Okay. Mine
Everything else is-
mine actually goes along with Dave. It's interesting. I'm not a Christian in any sense, but I went to church last week, and the sermon in the church was actually about
Wait, what church?
Being gay.
the church I grew up in. I was in Bakersfield last
Oh,
week.
okay.
Was about recognizing joy in your life. Because so often,
with
She's a
your
friend of
dad
mine,
as the
actually.
thing? The church that your dad is the thing at?
the church that my dad was a minister at when I was a child,
But he's not now.
not anymore.
Oh.
But I still go there because my mom still goes there, and all the people that knew me when I was
In
a child still go
Bakersfield?
there. I went to Bakersfield last week.
I didn't think your mom lived in Bakersfield.
She does. She has a retirement home in Laguna that she doesn't live in yet.
You are correct.
So my sister and my mom still live in Laguna, and in Bakersfield, but I hadn't been there in over a year and a half.
Okay.
So I went and I had a wonderful lunch with my best friend from high school, and I saw my sister and I saw my mom, and I went to church.
Do you have the Cobb salad?
No, I didn't. We had sushi. So.
Sushi.
But the
That's
sermon
better,
was
Brian.
all about recognizing joy in your life and allowing yourself to experience joy. Such as this moment right now. Allow yourself to experience the joy. Let the joy in. Let the joy in. So anyway, because Methodists believe in Advent, and right now is the season of joy.
Advent calendar. I love the chocolates, but
Yes.
Oh my God.
Well, Advent is kind of like white people Kwanzaa. It is, because we have candles. We have candles and we light candles.
You're not Catholic?
I'm Methodist.
And they have Advent?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We have candles. There's 4 candles.
light one
and
every
one is
week.
like prayer, one is like peace, one is
Isn't
joy.
it like 3 pink and 1 purple? And
There's
then a
3
white one?
purple and 1 pink, and then the white candle is the Christ candle.
Right.
So we lit the pink candle when I was there. Big whatever. and that's the candle of joy. And again, I'm not a big, it's like I don't believe in Jesus, but I'm a fan of his work, whatever you want to say. But so my goal for 2012 is to allow myself to be happy. Like actually let myself be happy. Like when good things are happening, to actually recognize them in the moment.
You know what?
And take a time out and actually go, look, this is a good thing.
Let me analyze Brian right now.
Oh, good God. I'm not sure if I'm ready for this. I need to do it.
There's a few people I've known in my life, and Brian is one of them, who are very intelligent people.
Oh, God.
And because they're very intelligent people, they overanalyze things and they make themselves unhappy by thinking too
that's a little.
much.
That's more OCD. than
I know, but I think that's super spot on.
But isn't that spot on about Brian?
Dave just fucking read me.
It's true.
I can't help it, though.
I think Brian is a very intelligent person. It's not an insult. You're an intelligent person.
I
No.
think. I didn't take it
But
as an
I think
insult.
because of that, you overthink and overanalyze things, and you make yourself a little nuts. Do you not?
I do, but that's I can't not do that.
I know. And that's too bad because you need to realize, how do I say this?
Dave's helped me out now.
No,
I
but
like
it's
this.
true though. But you need to realize that you are a person that has a lot to offer and you need to be open to offering that to
sort
other
of.
people.
No, you're
I don't know
sort
if
of
you
open, but you tend to close yourself off.
You
God,
do.
Now I'm going to
You
feel like
shut
an
down.
intervention. This is an intervention or
It's
something.
true. You shut down.
No, you do. You shut yourself down emotionally.
I do. I have walls.
Because
Everybody's
you're too
very aware of
smart.
my walls. I
And,
don't know if it's
and,
because
and
I'm
there's
smart.
a few people I know like that, and you're one of them. And I think, and that's,
Well, you
and
guys
it's a
talked
compliment
about,
and an insult.
but you guys, no, but you
At the same
guys,
time.
you guys talked about being afraid to be happy because you're waiting for the next thing to happen.
Right.
Mine goes a step farther, where like I can't even open the initial door to happiness because like.
Something bad could happen.
No,
Let me
yeah.
a- let me
I'm not
ask-
even. I'm not.
Wait.
I'm not as
Let
far
me
along
ask-
as you guys
Let
are.
me ask you. Let me ask you.
JP
two-
wants to change the tape in the camera.
We
no,
actually
no.
need to change the tapes, unfortunately.
We need to change the
Because we're
tape.
at
Do you
time.
have another tape?
Okay, Anna, 'cause I have to.
Yeah, is it a time?
Oh my god!
Sorry, this is an awesome.
I know we're
thing.
totally having a Brian intervention.
Oh, I'm not sure if I'm ready for this.
Yay.
Oh my god, your name works perfectly with intervention. It's Brian intervention.
I think when we
eating
left
chips.
off, you guys were giving me an intervention, but we're gonna move on from that.
Yeah, we're moving on. We're moving past
Brain
that.
intervention.
About Brian and his walls.
More.
No, this is good.
Looking on your phone.
It's gonna be a little bit of dog. in
That
this
sounded
shot.
really dirty, by the way. Brian and your walls.
No, my walls. My sugar walls.
I'm liking this
Whoa.
Maker's Mark.
Should we just drink the rest of it? There's only a little bit left.
Sure.
Suck it up.
That's way more than 3 shots. Though.
Oh shit!
My shot glasses are pretty big.
What's the
All
matter?
right, I'm going back to airplane mode.
What happened to?
Oh, yeah.
Where are you posting those pictures?
Is there life outside your apartment? Oh, I put them on Twitter. So anybody following me on Twitter can look at pictures of Dave in his singlets.
Oh my god!
I just,
I haven't looked.
I just got an email that says
I thought you sort of.
Cockzilla is the word.
Cockzilla.
Who's at Cockzilla? What is that?
I just got a random spam email. And it said Cockzilla is the word. Like,
I thought Grease was the word.
Bird is the word. Did you know bird is a word?
Bird is a word. Can you name the movie from the 80s that was featured predominantly in?
Something with Elvira, wasn't it?
Nope.
No, it's something with
with Steven-
Pee Wee Herman.
Something with Steven Spielberg.
What? No.
Yeah, in the early scene
Jesus Christ!
in the
Do I have
movie
to drink all of
E.T.,
this?
I want half.
when they're ordering pizza,
Oh, it's
you have to
blurry.
drink whatever's left. Oh shit!
In E.T.?
Okay, you can have half at a time.
Oh my god.
There's
All right, one more
Wait,
shot.
Dave, do you want this? Since it's this,
No, it's vodka.
oh, no, you shouldn't.
No, I don't have a shot glass. Are
All
we doing it?
This is officially.
Are we going to
En
record?
santé?
Are we recording?
This is drunk.
On
Drunkcast.
Salty- Wow, those are huge shots. Holy crap. You know, I have to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning.
To do what?
A car service appointment.
Sucks to be you. I know.
I didn't take a big enough shot.
Oh my god! I just spit.
No,
all
honey,
over
you
my
do
phone.
not need another one.
Good God, Dave. Water. You're going to want to drink so much water before you go to bed. Water and then.
Oh my god! From
and
Jaeger to Maker's Mark and 7. What? Oh.
Giddy up.
Okay, so
Okay, wait, hold on. There's more left. Here.
no. Back to the
We
question.
got to finish this out.
Fuck that.
Finish this out. Come on.
Your face.
Rita's driving.
Finish
You
this
have
out.
nothing to
No,
worry
no, no,
about.
no. I
Finish
had a
this out,
phone.
baby.
God,
Come on,
no.
come on, Debbie.
You didn't finish yours.
I know. That's why I said I don't
Just
want
didn't
more.
finish his. Let's guilt him into doing it.
Here, Debbie. This is such a horrible idea.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
Okay, here, top this off, Justin.
The wind beneath my
I would
cheeks.
like to be. You're the wind between my cheeks.
Come on, Dave. You have
Wait,
to.
I can't see the.
Oh my god.
No, you're not. Oh,
Is that what we're recording?
Yes, it's recording.
It's not. There's no reason.
See, kids, there's nothing glamorous about being a drunk. It's disgusting. All right. This is it. This is the last shot. Come
Wait,
on.
you can't do hand shadows on a TV.
Come on.
On a
Come on,
camera.
Uncle Dave.
All right, here we go.
Fuck yeah.
Yay.
En santé.
Green.
That better be gone by the time we're done.
It will. It will.
Jesus. Wept.
Holy
All
crap.
right, so next one.
You gotta watch that.
Wait, what was that? That was like a song.
I thought you were going to go. I'm going to watch
It's
that
Reverend-
man
Reverend-
right
No.
out.
Reverend Horton Heat.
No, you have to
song.
watch the. It's the.
Frenzy.
It's the. the cold guy from the Rudolph.
Anyway, let's just keep going.
The claymation thing. He's like, and he's spinning around when he does it.
You mean we still gonna die?
Are the Gungans from fucking episode
we still
1?
gonna die?
By the way, God bless you, Reed, for driving them home.
Yeah.
Hey, Reed, are you officially bored now? No?
Are you sure?
Still somewhat entertained. All right.
You're on your phone.
That's good.
I have a dog.
So, the canary in the cage hasn't died yet.
I've changed singlets.
No, yeah. Did we even...
James and Brad.
I'm this is Adidas. I'm a label
Rojo.
queen.
Chris Kringle.
I like that. I like the red one better.
Do you have a green one?
No.
It's
I
beginning to look a lot
blue.
like
I have a
Christmas.
I have a
Dave's in a red singlet.
I'll put my Santa hat on.
Could you wrestle him to the ground and what? Stick your hand inside and
Santa
feel around.
Singlet.
Dave's nubbin's looking very cute right now.
It is.
I'm going shopping
His nub looks
like
very
this
cute.
tomorrow. I'm used to having balls in my face.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Next question.
right.
Next question. Dave.
What's the next question?
Jesus Christ, JP, what?
What are your thoughts on age gap relationships? This guy says, I'm a young guy. This is Bear Cause.
How old is he?
I'm a young guy, call myself a cub, and my partner is an older bear.
Yes, and
How
he is
old?
very much into older guys. He's from Italy. He follows me on everything, and he's very much into older dudes.
For you guys, when is the age gap too big? So what are your thoughts on age gap relationships, and when is too old too old? And we had this discussion.
We've
Mike
had
and I
this
had this
discussion
discussion
before.
Okay, right.
I was 42 and dating a 31-year-old, and he
slut.
was surprisingly
Mature for his age.
mature
blah,
for his
blah,
age
blah.
and knew things that I think he shouldn't have known for his age.
At 31?
But he was very new to being out, and I think that was also a problem. That when you're in a different stage in your life than your partner is, I think that's a problem. I think my boyfriend now and I are in a very similar stage in our life. We're
And
very
you're
close in
similar
age.
in ages.
We're a year and a half
See?
different, almost a year and a half, a little more than a year and a
not
half
bad.
different in age.
I'm a firm believer in 10 years max.
I am 8 years.
Either direction.
I'm with
Either
you.
direction. My first partner was almost twice my age, and there was just... And when I think back on it now, I can't imagine us still being together.
Well, a prime example is your boyfriend,
Who is 8 years younger than me.
but his former partner
His ex.
was
15 years older than
right,
him.
exactly, and they were in very different places.
Yeah.
It's still I dated
Yeah,
I
yeah.
recently dated a person who was 15 years younger than me, and in some ways it's great, but
Is he
in other
traveling
ways
tonight
there's
on a
just-
plane?
Huh?
Is he traveling tonight on a plane?
Tonight on a plane? I
That
don't-
guy?
What are you talking about?
The song.
Oh, whatever.
Blah blah is traveling tonight on a
I don't know what
plane.
you're talking about.
I have no idea.
Anyway.
I don't know. Dave's in his own.
Yeah, he was considerably younger than me, and in some ways that was,
Hercules.
and in some ways that was great. But
What are you sniffing?
I think if you're looking in terms to our person asking the question, if you're looking for a long-term relationship, I honestly believe, having almost no experience with successful relationships myself, that you're better off with someone.
Because you're too smart and you overthink relationships.
Oh, we're back to the Brian
Right.
intervention again.
Can I ask you a question?
Right,
Can
the
I
Brian
ask you
intervention?
two a question?
Fine.
Okay.
Can you imagine Brian in a long-term relationship that he wouldn't overthink and just? I mean, I want.
Okay.
Trample to the ground.
I would love you to.
I would
be-
love to see
I
it.
would love you to be
I
happy
would
in
be.
a
I would love to
relationship.
see him in a
You're
relationship.
I
so
would.
sweet.
I would
But
love to
it's
see it.
true.
I've been in relationships.
And he has.
But when
and
you
you know
were
what?
younger,
I'm
when was the
No.
last time you were in a relationship?
I
Ada?
like dating or in a relationship.
In a relationship, in something you considered solid, in something you would look, in something you would. Okay,
It's been a long time.
Here's
Okay.
a proviso. In something you would say, okay, I can see myself a year from now living together with this person.
Okay.
Yada, right? Was that the last time?
No. When Dan and I were together initially, I honestly
He's
felt
traveling tonight on a plane.
I
Damn.
honestly felt
That's the song.
I honestly felt that there was something there. but it just
Super cute, super
Okay.
nice. But
Now,
what was the problem?
No,
The age difference?
Rose is ready to write a book on me. He's going to write an entire novel about
The age difference?
It was and other things. I don't want to. It's not fair to Dan to get into it.
That's true.
No.
What is the longest relationship you've had?
3.5 years.
Okay, what's the longest relationship you've had, Dave?
9 years.
Okay, and you?
3.5 years.
Okay, I'm just coming up on 11 months. I'm just putting it
As your
out
longest
there.
relationship?
As my longest relationship is the one I currently am in.
Yeah, but you're not a mess like I am. You're pretty together.
Oh yeah. I just don't let people know it.
Wait, you're calling JP together?
Well, I'm just,
No, but you're not. You're not a mess.
year.
You're a different kind of mess than
when
he's a
Matt
mess.
reads me, Matt normally says my MO is I go for people who are unobtainable because it's safe.
That's typical.
You go for
lot
somebody
of
that you
people do
can't
that.
be with. For example, right now, in terms of irons in the fire, my irons in the fire live almost 1,700 miles away from me, or they are currently with other people. So yes, unobtainable. Yeah, but also I've lived here for 20 years.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
I mean, I've fucked everybody I wanted to fuck,
But-
or I've dated everybody I wanted to date.
But time out. Doesn't every one of us have people in their life that is the in a different world scenario?
In a different world, we would be with them forever.
Yes.
Kinda?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you just said you have that person who's in a relationship or whatever. But in
I'm
a
still hoping
different
they're
world,
gonna.
you'd be
I'm
with
still
that
hoping in this
person.
world that'll work out.
Yeah, but you can't do that, especially because if there's,
Okay,
other than distance, if they're already in a relationship, that's not something. that's
Yeah,
going
but the
to
person
work
they're
out.
with is so not right for them.
But that's
Right.
not. Yeah.
I know. That's why I'm not like invested. I'm just sort of from a distance. I'm like, you should
From a
really
distance.
not be with that guy. You should be with me.
But see, I'm going to say that I spent 10 years not dating, not doing anything. And so I got into my mind the mindset that that's the way it was going to be. I was never going to be with anybody.
That you're
I was
just
never.
fucking around.
And I wasn't even fucking. I mean, I wasn't having sex with anybody except myself a lot. And so I just kind of got
Who are
into
you,
my-
Justin? What? I don't know. Shut up.
No, I mean that's the thing.
Well, you masturbate a lot. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, here's something for you, Dave. Dave,
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Even now that I have 2 boyfriends, I still masturbate. a lot.
Dave.
See, there you go. Because
Dave.
that's your thing.
Dave.
You're young, and that'll die by the time you're 38.
Dave, as a person who has been
3 years
Dave,
from next week.
3 years for next week.
as a person who's been in at least 4 or 5 relationships since I've known you.
Well,
No. Before I haven't even asked you a question yet. Don't defend yourself. As a person who is extremely difficult to fall in love with someone and to open up to somebody and to allow someone into my life, I'm fascinated by people who can actually go from a relationship to another one.
but it's how it seems on the outside.
Yeah.
Because, like, the transition between John and Mike, for example, it may have seemed like it happened quick. Like that John and I broke up, and then about maybe 3 weeks later, Mike and I met and sort of fell head over heels in each other. But in reality, I would say in February of last year, I was realizing that John and I were on a level that was just very cruise control-y, and it wasn't great, it wasn't bad, it just was. You know what I
Right.
mean? So for me, it sort of ended in February, but we just kind of held the course. And then when it died, and then something new happens so quickly afterwards, like in August when I met Mike, it didn't really, it had kind of leveled off with me and John in February. We kind of reached a point where we were just, that's it in February. So it was really months in between, and we were just sort of together for the sake of being together because we liked each other and whatever. We enjoyed each other's company, but it wasn't a good couple relationship. So it actually died before it actually died.
I'm going to say this because I'm really drunk. Wasn't the way it was with the previous relationship also that you were together because you were together and you liked yourselves? Or you liked it, but it...
But you know what, though? That's how most
previous-
relationships end.
But the previous
I mean,
relationship...
I think I know a lot of relationships
most-
right now
most
where people are together because it's convenient and comfortable.
And they're together for that reason, but then...
And maybe
there's
that's
no
why I
passion.
haven't, because honestly, I'm not in it for convenient and comfortable. I've had opportunity.
sex?
I recently had as of a year ago, I could have gotten into something convenient and comfortable that was nice and with a person who I like. And I don't know. I want the fucking full package.
And see, that's the thing. There have been.
I want it all.
Well, here's a good
I'd rather
question
be
for
alone.
all of you.
I'm happy alone. I would rather be alone than not have it all.
Well, let's put it this way. Well, and I agree with that absolutely. And that's kind of why, like, when John and I broke up, it was like, you know what? Rather than being in this sort of false commitment to each other, though we enjoy each other as friends or whatever, we're not really compatible as partners. Let's get out of it and free ourselves up to actually finding someone we're in love with. I have in my life, and this is a good question for all of you. How many times have you felt like you're deeply in love? And I felt it 3 times with my original, my second, actually the third guy I ever slept with, the guy I was together with for 9 years, with Mike 3, the guy from Ohio, and the current Mike. I've really only felt like I was seriously, actually in love with 3 people like that. There's no compromises. There's no things where I'm saying, okay, well, I'm sort of adapting to be with him because of his ways, or he's adapting to be with me because of my ways. I've really only felt that way about 3 men, and one is my current Mike.
2
people.
2 for me. One was Bart. One is
Bart.
Yeah,
the Bay Area Rapid Transit Association.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah, because I needed a big, huge tunnel.
And Mike D.
And it's Mike D.
Yeah.
And so much so that I coined the phrase giggle squee, because every time I thought about him, I would kind of giggle and go squee.
And that's that feeling. Yeah. And I feel that about Mike. I am genuinely excited every time he steps off a plane or I step off a plane.
And it comes across.
Yes.
And whatever. And waking up next to him is a genuine, exciting thing for me. You know what I mean? I don't feel any stress, and I feel like we're completely compatible. And when I make a crazy, obscure movie reference, and he fucking gets it, what the fuck is that? I'm a fucking whack job. I'm sitting here in a Santa Claus hat.
And if he were here, he'd be hugging you from behind and kissing you on the back of the neck.
And you know what the worst fucking thing is? The worst fucking thing is, and you are so lucky in that you both live in the same city and that you can date and get to know each other.
Not just the same city.
And eventually it will evolve into something different.
Or not. And
And we're not.
No, I agree. I mean,
have you ever felt, how many people in your life have you felt like, my God? Twice.
My first partner, I was definitely in love with, and it was weird because it's when I think back, it was so easy. It just happened. I mean, I met this guy, and it moved right along. And
that's the thing is like,
and that's the thing.
This weird thing is like every single time, like you don't try, like it just happens.
You don't adjust or adapt. It just is.
And then again with obviously with Yeda, I mean. If anything, Yeda was the person who reminded me that you could actually fall in love. Like I had kind of forgotten that it could even happen. And then it was like, not only did it happen, but it was somebody my own age. And that was the first 2, where I was like, God, this guy's my age.
You're close in age.
And it didn't work out that way. And in the end, it's for the best. But you end up having a best friend instead. So it was very close. If anything, I think of that and I go, God, that was really close. So if you can get close, then it's still possible.
Well, and that's a big thing for me because I haven't slept with a lot of guys, but I've slept
with a lot of guys.
I'm friends with the guys that I connected with and that I cared about. I'm still friends with them. It didn't end. I mean, it ended almost like when John ended. It was like a mutual agreement. We were like, you know what, this isn't really working, and it was really hard for him to bring it up and say it. And I said, you know what? You're right. It's not working, and that was such a surprise because it was you and John and Mike and me and Cena. We went out to pizza that one night. We went out. Cena Grace, remember the guy? He's the illustrator. Yeah.
And we all went out to pizza after Comic Con Sunday night, and then it was like a couple of days later, I found out that you.
It took me a long time to know that Dave was not only out of his relationship but in another relationship. I actually had
That's because you don't care enough.
Could you catch me up because you keep talking about this guy and I don't know who he.
Well, and that's the whole thing too. The relationship with Mike now is very. It's different than I've ever experienced before. We're very mature about things. You know what I mean? We communicate every day, but if we don't, it would be like if we don't talk or iChat every day, we would just text. It's okay, and I'm completely comfortable and happy with that. And
Dave,
Yeah.
I am very happy for your relationship
Yep.
with Mike. I think
All
it's
right,
pretty awesome.
next question. Come on. We're
I
okay.
know this is ugly.
This is becoming a bit.
It's weird.
This is becoming
Well, wait.
It's a circle jerk.
But you didn't answer. You said 2, and how many times have you felt seriously?
3.
3 times. Yeah.
Wait, are you counting
Justin.
the current one twice?
Okay. Okay. A shot on that one. Is there another shot on this?
We
Is there
ran out of
another shot in this?
You can, oh wait, there's one for Jay. There's some left for Justin.
Justin, no, I'm not having any more.
No, there's just enough left
One
for
for
Justin.
Justin.
There, little tiny.
God, this has gotten seriously heavy. Did you expect
I
that
know.
it would get
No, I
heavy?
did not expect this.
I thought it would get silly drunk.
Once the singlet
Ready?
came on.
Here we go. Cheers. There we go.
All right. Next question.
Okay,
But
next
no, I
question.
counted that once.
Okay.
If the other guys at the table were movies, what would the rating be? This is from Ed. So we're back to Ed question.
What would their rating
What would
be?
their rating be?
Oh, you mean like if it's G or PG? or
Right.
PG-13.
Brian would be a triple X or an NC-17.
What's that?
Because I've heard Mad Bros
fuck?
talk about you.
All right. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you wanted to watch the full feature, it would have to be NC-17.
I would be
I would
Heidi in
say
the
I would
Hills.
say you be PG-13.
I think Justin's NC-17
Yeah, sorry.
easily.
And I'm just going to say that because I've heard him talk about
And
things.
and Dave has got to be R or NC-17.
Dave is our
Because there's,
NC-17.
Why am I?
There's singlets involved.
and there's maybe some punching.
Just because I have a Spanish.
There's some
Spanish.
punching. I think there's some oxygen deprivation going on,
Oh.
perhaps. I'm just saying.
Are you into scarfing?
Okay, one time in a bar in the
Crop
sex
dusting?
room in a place called Tom's in Hamburg.
You can't even have this part of the
One
movie
guy
without it being
did
NC-17.
breath control, and it was kind of hot. It
Dude.
looked
No.
like Tom Cruise.
No fucking way.
I did.
No.
I did it once.
No.
No way.
No.
Oh my god, you get all
No.
lightheaded
Jason
and
choked me.
blowing you.
No
No
choking.
way.
Okay,
No.
Not choking, but like just kind
No.
of held it like
No.
that, and it was
No.
like, and then
No.
this.
No,
No.
I did.
Yeah.
I was with the
That was
guy when I
good.
was in my 20s when I was doing everything you
No.
can do. I did the whole when you put the mask on and they actually have the
Yeah.
tube
Oh, no.
and they stop you from being able to
Oh
breathe.
yeah.
Okay.
No.
It was fucking hot.
No.
Oh my god, it's so hot.
Can you
That's how
guys-
Michael Hutchinson's dying. I'm like, you know what? I can see how you
Scarfing.
did that because lack of oxygen plus a hard dick equals
Hot.
I have said this before. I have trust issues, and that is an issue of trust. I can't.
But see,
get past
I
never.
did too, and then
Nope.
I've given
No.
it up, and it's
I'm gonna
hot.
choke
Nope.
the shit
hot.
out of you after we're done, JP.
Nope.
You're gonna come so hard.
No. Okay, ew.
Yeah. Ew.
Mike, choke him,
And
bitch,
No.
choke him.
no, so here's the thing.
Smack my ass. but
What
don't
the guy
choke me.
did in the dark room in this bar in Hamburg called Tom's is he did this thing where he puts his mouth over your mouth.
Yes.
And he hyperventilates you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's no equipment, no nothing
Yes.
or whatever. But it just
That's a little more intimate. Okay.
that's definitely intimate, and it just makes the experience so more exciting because it's different. And it's something you don't feel, and you feel lightheaded, and he's just blowing you, and it's just crazy.
Oh.
It's crazy.
All right. Next question.
Next question. What I have done that where you breathe into each other's mouth. That's kind of hot.
No, was that?
No.
Well,
You
yeah,
just keep breathing till you run out of oxygen.
yeah, you get lightheaded.
Right.
That's kind of hot.
Isn't that
Exactly.
kinda hot? Don't you agree? But that's
I-
not like auto asphyxiation
No,
or
it's
something.
different.
No, it's
Like
different,
a
but that is
camera.
hot.
I can't actually remember who I did that with, but it was
Isn't
hot.
it kind of cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
JP, come on. There's a world outside your apartment.
PG-13.
Whatever.
There's a
PG-13.
world outside
No, it's
your
just- it's- no, it's
window.
one. There is light.
All you see is JP's titties. That's all you ever get to see.
My titties? What's wrong with that
JP,
titties?
do
No,
they
that's
know it's Christmas time
PG-13.
at home?
You gotta do the. It's like the. What's the one with the puppets? There is life outside your apartment.
Team
America?
Q, yeah. No. There's
Avenue
life
Q.
outside
There's
your
a world
apartment.
outside your
Anyway, go ahead.
window.
Next question.
That's a Christmas song. Dude.
What
You know
is
it's
your
Christmas time
favorite
at all.
dirty joke? This is also from Ed.
Oh God.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you a joke.
Okay.
This was a joke that I learned when I was probably in 4th grade. I didn't necessarily understand it, but I told it over and over again because people thought it was funny. All right. So there's this guy. Okay, there's people in a bar, and they're sitting in the bar, and this big, burly cowboy comes in. And
I
he
know why
goes-
you liked it now.
I know.
Big burly
Exactly. Dude,
cowboy.
just wait.
Yeah.
He comes in, he goes, I'm so thirsty, I could lick the sweat off a cow's balls. And this guy in the corner goes, moo moo, big boy.
I never heard that. That's funny.
That was my go-to joke when I was like in second grade.
I don't even remember
I know,
what
right?
I remember something about 2 flies on a toilet seat, but I don't remember.
What?
The one I know is this guy comes into a bar and he says to the bartender, "You're a bartender, Brian." So you
I am a
appreciate
bartender.
this.
All right.
So he says to the bartender, "I bet you I can take my eyeball out of my head and put it in my mouth." The bartender says, "You can't do that."
You can't do that.
No, I'll bet you $50.
I bet you $50.
So he takes his eyeball, it's a glass eye, out of his house, puts it in his mouth, sticks it back in his head, and he says, "Okay," gives him $50. And he goes, "Okay, I bet you $100. I can't do it with my other eye." He's like, "This guy's sitting here, he's looking at me. Like, can't do that, right?" So he says, "Okay, I'll bet you $100. Takes his other eye out. It's another glass eye. The guy's blind. He's got 2 glass eyes. Puts it in his mouth, puts it back in his head. So then he says, "Okay, I bet you can't. You put a shot glass at the other end of the bar. I'll stand at this end of the bar, and I'll piss into the shot glass, and not get a drop of piss on the bar. I bet you.
Is this at the Eagle?
I'll bet you $200. I'll bet you $200.
I'm just taking a moment to recognize the joy in this moment.
Bartender says, "There's no way a blind guy can piss into a shot glass at the other end of the bar. I'll take his $200 bet, right?" Blind guy gets up on the bar, pisses all over the bar. Doesn't hit the shot glass at all. Bartender takes his $200. He's happy. He's cleaning it up. Blind guy sitting there with a smile on his face. Bartender says, "Why are you smiling? You just lost $200." He says, "Yeah, you see those guys in the corner? I bet them $500 I could stand on the bar, piss all over it, and you'd wipe it up with a smile on your face."
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I have to go. I have to take a piss again.
What?
I let the floodgates go, man.
Jesus Christ. Break the seal. All right, break. And now we're back after Brian has emptied his bladder.
Sorry, I have a
all over
bladder
the
size of
table.
a walnut. I
Bartender
swear.
cleaned it up. Okay, so next question. Oh wait, did you have your dirty joke?
Anybody else have a dirty joke?
I know.
Go.
Fuck dirty jokes.
2 nuts were walking down the street. One was assaulted.
The most deadly joke in the world.
I could tell my racist joke, but I
A
can't tell it
bum
on
walked
the air.
up to me in the street and said
So
he hadn't
racist.
eaten in weeks. And I said, "Force yourself."
Do you want to hear my racist joke, but you can't put it on the air?
Well, no, because we're recording.
Okay,
No,
sorry.
don't do it.
Okay.
Too far.
It was told to me by a little
What
Vietnamese
was
boy.
that thing? What just fell off?
Black.
Oh, you're a rubber.
A rubber fell off. Fuck, I hate it when that happens.
It breaks. Oh my God, you're gonna get Mike pregnant. Don't get Mike pregnant. Tell him to jump up and down afterwards. No,
And
you jump up and down
No,
afterwards.
it's drink common and jump or something like that.
Oh, bro.
All right, next question.
If you were a
Comet. That's poison.
duh,
It's poison, I tell you. Poison.
stop it. If you were a national television talk show host, who would be the first 3 people you would want to have as guests?
Complicated. Next.
This is all Ed.
Next.
Ed.
Next.
Ed, you realize we were going to be drunk, right?
Wait, who are the 3 people we want to have as guests?
On your national
those
television talk
pretzels.
show.
1, Howard Stern.
For
sure.
He would take over the show. Fuck
yeah.
that. No, he would take over the show.
I would. I don't give a fuck. He'd be awesome.
Don't push over the pretzels.
I want to have Howard Stern, and I want to have Barack Obama, so I could just have a frank discussion with him. I would keep coming at him until he could actually talk like a human being, and not as like, a fucking whatever.
Politicians don't know how to do that.
No, but I'd keep going. I mean, we'd have like a 10-hour conversation until I could break him down until he actually started speaking like a human being.
You kind of like Est or whatever. You cannot go to the bathroom
Yes.
until you answer this question.
And Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters.
Fuck Dave Grohl.
All my life I've been looking for something.
You know
never
what?
comes, never leaves.
He's
me
a reason
nothing.
Richard isn't on the show. Wasn't on the show. So fuck him.
You know what,
Richard?
JP?
What Richard? What are you
JP?
talking about?
No, Richard on Top
Richard
Chef.
Sweeney.
That had everything to do with teammates and
Oh,
everything.
what?
Don't pick up that torch just because your fucking tired boyfriend does not like Foo Fighters. Okay?
I have never
love
been a Foo
the
Fighter fan.
Fighters.
The Foo
But you know
Fighters
what's
most
If the
recent.
Foo Fighters had a penis, I would want it.
Exactly.
In me.
They have 4. So
Their most they actually have 5 right now. Their most recent album is fucking amazing, and if you watch their documentary called There and Back, I challenge you not to be a Foo Fighters fan, having watched that documentary.
It is a style of music that is not
It's rock and roll.
I don't like that.
So
I don't like
rock and roll.
Pretty much no.
Yeah, so there you
I'm
go.
Dave.
All right, I've dismissed you.
Goodbye,
There is
Dave.
not
Means
enough.
nothing.
There's not enough electronics, keyboard, or anything interesting other
Your
than
opinion
guitar.
doesn't matter.
Dave Grohl is one of my personal heroes. Besides Matt Parker.
I'm so sorry for you.
Besides Matt Parker and Trey Stone, or Trey Parker and Matt Stone from South Park, they're
Dave's turning purple.
don't take away from my moment, Dave. Dave, you're robbing me of my moment.
Yay! Somebody else gets robbed.
Goodbye, JP. Goodbye.
Why are you saying goodbye to him?
Because you're right.
Well, at least I'm right. I thought
Right.
it's like a game of Operation where if you touch the side, Dave goes off.
We're boring because Reed's like sitting there like.
That's good. No. Reed's entertained. So anyway, Dave Grohl's one of my personal heroes, and so are Matt Parker and Trey Stone.
Really?
Yes,
Is
yes,
he
he is. I would love when I was talking to Bob Mold at Blow Off. One of the things I said to him was like,
Oh my God! Wait. Sorry, let me get the broom and pick up the names.
I know that I drop a name, but there's a story there. I only dropped that name because Dave Grohl looks at Bob Mold as a hero, and I look at Dave Grohl as a hero, and I know Bob, so I feel like in some way I'm sort of connected to Dave from knowing. I'm like a person
Dave
away.
Mold, Bob Grohl.
Yes, exactly. I'm a person away from knowing
God.
somebody who I. Anyway, whatever. Just go to the next person. Fine.
Any of them are.
Dave,
This
do
is
you
why I
have
have-
who would
Dave,
who would be your
Dave,
3 guests?
Dave, this is why I
Who
have
would be
walls.
my guest?
Dave, this is why I have walls.
My
Because of
first
people like
guest
you.
would be my baby that I would nurse. My second would be Jason Statham.
Because you want to lick him.
And my third guest would be Vin Diesel, and he would admit that he was
all yours have
gay
to do
on
with
my doc
sex.
show. His muddled ethnicity
Next, what's yours?
intrigues me.
Justin, what's yours?
Hold on, let me think.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's shot time.
I would have.
At least mine were legitimate. They
I
didn't
know,
have to do
right?
with penis.
I don't know.
Can I go to bed?
All right, next question.
Go
next
ahead.
question.
Okay.
Next question.
Last. How many of you have been stalked by a fan of the podcast?
You know what?
or
There's
how
this
many of you have
guy-
scored sexy time?
I haven't scored sexy time.
Or
but
had
there's-
sexy time.
I haven't, but there's this guy that works
I've
at.
scored sexy time twice because of the podcast.
I have a boyfriend because of the podcast.
You think so?
I do.
Well,
He
that's how
found us
he
because
stalked-
of him.
dude.
Stalk.
That's how Mike
I
originally introduced himself
ruined
to
his
me.
relationship by inviting both of you to my barbecue.
No, sweetie.
Sausage Fest.
Oh, it was already
No, no.
ruined.
It was
Sausage Fest 2009.
It was already ruined. You ruined it before it was written.
Ruined.
in
Right.
January at
He brought
his birthday.
shrimp. Nobody ate it.
In January of 2000.
I hope Mark doesn't
9.
listen to this.
Jesus Christ! In January of 2009, it was at the end of his birthday. He had been listening to
We
us.
haven't done our
He
Mike
came back.
impression yet.
Right. Listen. It was his birthday. He came back, stopped at the bar, stopped at the bar to talk to
He
Brian.
did.
He stopped at the bar to talk to Brian. Mike did.
Way
At the end of
before
his
your
birthday.
barbecue. Way before your barbecue. He came in.
Okay.
6 months before.
They had been
I
to
remember that.
Disneyland and they came by the bar to say hi.
Okay.
And he said to Brian,
He's
that,
like,
Brian, you're my
name's
favorite.
Mike, and I listen to the podcast, but sometimes not as much as other times. And sometimes I think to myself that it'd be really cool if
Isn't that
I went by
ironic?
Pets
Don't you think?
and said hello to you because you're on the
too
podcast.
And
honey.
See,
honey.
Reed's laughing because he
I'm
knows
so
I'm doing
sorry,
a fucking
honey.
dead-on Mike impression.
Oh my God.
And like there was this time when I was listening to the podcast, and like it was really funny because it was like you guys were talking about these
And
things.
he said,
Man, we're funny.
that Brian, he said that you were his favorite
That's so
podcast
rad.
member, but that I was the sexiest.
But I wasn't heavy enough and old enough for him.
You know what? Not for nothing.
You are so fucking walking home.
Okay,
you.
not for nothing.
Fuck you.
But
Fuck.
JP, honestly, I think, I don't know, gets the most mail. I think he.
You mean
he
the MAL?
No, MAI. Wait a minute. MAIL. I think he gets the most email
That's
that people
because
say.
that's because of his-
I don't know if it's pity fucks or what, but they want. You know what I
That's
mean?
because of his blonde
It's
beard.
because you're a vegetarian and you're pretending that your
He's
hair
complex.
is not going great.
I will say, I
And-
probably get the least.
No.
I don't ever get emails.
I
Nobody
really
talks about me on my
Everybody
thing.
always goes, "Oh, Brian's so hot."
No, they don't. They're
Yeah,
like, that guy
yeah, they
never
do.
shuts up.
I think I have the
True
fewest
story.
fans. I think I have the fewest fans. I really do. I think I do because I think
Not
I,
after this episode.
people don't like
That's
people don't like the dads, except maybe David Zukovsky or whatever. But
Zukoski loves the dad.
I know, but he doesn't love me. But he loves the dads.
Well, you have to.
So-
I don't want to get into personal shit about people on there.
I'm not available.
I'll give you the key to him.
Okay, I'm going to say we're at about somewhere around 2
We have more
hours and
questions, though,
15
don't we?
minutes. No, that was it. That was the last question
Holy shit.
that I
I
have.
feel like Mike, not Mike. Oh God, I love him. Not him, Mike. My Mike. What's the? I feel like Ed gave more questions than that.
I really
Ed
need to
gave
pee,
like
so we've got to
Ed
wrap
gave
this
like
up.
8 questions.
That wasn't Brian, by the way. Don't
wait.
give Brian shit about burping on the podcast.
I burped
All
earlier.
burps
He
have
is
been
too
Dave.
smart
Wait.
to fall in love. We didn't get back to that after Brian took a piss, by the way.
Here, Andy Grobengeiser wants us to guess as to who are the next trio of celebrities to die.
Oh, shit.
God, are you kidding me? At this point in the podcast,
In his
it's not
defense-
time to
Well,
ask
2
that
have already
question.
died this week.
In his
Who?
in his defense, he never listens.
Oh,
so-
that some writer,
Yeah.
some nasty writer.
No, he's actually a really awesome British atheist
Yeah.
guy who has some great
From-
quotations.
His name I can't remember.
How is he
the fuck.
British atheist if he died in Texas?
Hold on, I'm
What?
gonna give you a
He
quote.
died
from him.
in
That's
Dallas.
amazing.
So British people can't die anywhere except in motherland? What?
I don't know, JP. Oh
Hold
my
on.
God, Bryson, it's okay. They have a ride.
Here's a great quote.
I
Do
was
you
going to
want?
say breed.
Do you want to hear?
Oh my God. Come here straight. Go
Okay.
breed. Come here.
Hold on,
got to
hold on.
Read. Come here
Jesus
and
Christ on a stick.
say, I'm sober and I'm giving them a ride home.
I'm sober and I'm the designated driver.
We
you.
love
Are you
you.
happy now, Bryson?
Do you want to
don't
hear a
have
quote
worry.
from Christopher Hitchens, who died recently?
As long as I can go pee afterwards.
You know what's funny? Because I saw people wrote about Hitchens, and there's a Hitchens guy who knows Dan and Chris, who lives in New Jersey. Do you know him?
This has absolutely just no interest to people who
Yeah.
haven't. Anyway, so here's a quote.
Good guy.
Faith is the surrender of the mind. It is the surrender of reason. It is the surrender of the only thing that makes us different from other mammals. It's our need to believe and to surrender our skepticism and our reason, our yearning to discard that and pull all our trust or faith in someone or something. That is the sinister thing to me. Of all the supposed virtues, faith must be
I
the
am
most overrated.
So
And if
sorry
any-
to all our listeners.
and if- oh no! Sober person in the corner. That made sense to you, right? Maybe.
Silver bird,
See?
take me there.
All right.
You're something special
Okay,
in the air.
Tugs.
I have
Whatever.
got to pee.
Oh my
I
god,
have
we're
got to
breaking
pee.
up after this episode. I'm
Take a
done.
pause. I have got to pee.
I'm done.
All right. Tugs.
Oh wait, before we go, Todd responded with, "You know, our Dave is a hottie. He's going to have a whole new fan base after this video podcast."
True story.
And Dave is in his 3rd singlet of the evening.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. I just tweeted it.
It's your imagination.
I said singlet number 3, twit pick. It's up
Hotel
there.
California. You
By the
can-
way, look at there's Uncle Dave. And his singlet.
you did not post a picture of me.
This one?
I love
Don't worry, I only have 808 followers, Dave.
You do not. Have, you have 808.
I do. The only reason I know that is because I looked yesterday.
808.
Or actually today I looked.
808.
It was 808.
Anyway, Tugs.
Are we doing tugs?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I have tugs. I'll start.
I have.
Okay, here we go.
Wait, are we done?
We're out of
done.
questions.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about, Dave, while you're inebriated?
Oh, okay. All right. So
I
here
want
we
to
go.
talk about Brian.
Oh God.
It's true.
Brian intervention.
You know, because
It is
I
so
think
uncomfortable.
Brian should be the kind of person who wants to be in a relationship. What? Okay. Oh, wait, shut up, Brian.
No, I'm not saying anything.
No, I know. You did say something, and I don't want to say anything. Would you be happy if Brian was in a relationship?
Of course.
I don't know. It depends who
Can
with.
you imagine?
It depends if Brian was happy in the relationships. You know, that's a different thing.
No. He would be happy. You can imagine. But when you
Is the sex good?
well, no, the sex is obviously good, and they own some kind of.
It's happening with
And they
me,
own
so
some
it's
kind
going to
of
be good.
house. They own some kind of house in North Park, and Brian is like raking in the yard. Like, what is that? Does Brian rake? Have you ever raked in your life?
I would rake.
Can you imagine
I would
Brian
rake.
raking in some cute little craftsman house in North Park?
Totally.
Oh my God, I can't. That's.
But don't you
I'm
want
sorry,
that
honey.
for Brian?
I love you, but
though?
that is not the image
I
I
could
have of
rake.
you in my mind.
I could rake.
I can rake. I grew up, cutting the grass.
JP, this isn't
and
about
mowing
you.
the
It's about
lawn.
me.
All right. Since it's about you, why don't you give your tug?
Yeah, why don't you give your tug?
Thank you, Dave. By the way, Dave, it makes me very happy that you are that
But you know what? I'm that way.
concerned with my happiness.
But I'm that way with everybody. I want
well, now I don't
everybody
feel so
to be
special.
in some. No, but I want everybody, including you, to be in some kind of thing where you're not cynical and you're not.
I don't have it. If I give away my cynicalness and my jadedness, I won't have anything left.
Brian, you're going to be 50
Other things
years
will-
old at some point. Can you imagine not?
It's going to be like 12 years for you. You're 38, right? 36? 38. 38.
Okay,
This
50
podcast
years
is going
old. 50 years old. You
Right.
don't want to be 50 years old and alone, though,
I
do
want to
you?
be 50 years old.
I don't know. I mean, if I am, that's just the way it is.
Brian. I want so much more for you, though.
I am completely
so
open to being in a
touching.
relationship. I do not want to be in something that's convenient. I don't want to just settle.
Who says it's convenient?
I know, but like
You're
I'm
with
just-
some guy and you're like planting things and you're playing Xbox and you're
right. And if that guy comes along, that's great. I mean, like I said, there are irons in the fire right now, but I don't know. That's why I was saying
No, but you don't want to have some iron
But what I'm saying
in a
is-
fire that's in somebody else's fire.
Right. But what I'm saying is that was going back to the whole, like all you in your one relationship after another, is that if anything, it blows me away to even have that opportunity. For me, I don't have a lot of opportunities.
Because you're not open to it.
I am. I'm open to it. But I have to be attracted to the person.
Look at Justin laughing because you
I have to
say
be-
that, but you're not really.
You sound like Matt Rose now. He's like, you're always sabotaging. Anytime somebody's interested in you, you find some reason. You're like Seinfeld.
You know
find
what?
some
I'm
reason
going to
not
say.
be
I'm
with
going to
them.
say this about Matt Rose, and I'm going to say this publicly now. When I first met Matt Rose, I thought I made the snap judgment. I'm like, this is a frat boy who gets drunk,
no
and that's it.
way.
Wait. Let me
Okay.
continue.
No, you're
Wait,
like a frat boy.
Your
friend Zach
Okay, shush, we're going
is
to
a frat
right,
boy.
but
Hold on.
JP is making a point.
When we were at TBRU, and I had only known Matt for maybe 5 or 6 months. Not even that, 3 or 4 months. Okay, so we were at TBRU, and the last day we were all having breakfast at the Waffle House. You were not there, and it was me and Matt and
Waffle House
Mikey,
in Texas?
yeah,
Point.
and Mikey
Go.
and a couple people. Anyway, Matt and I sat across the table from each other, and it was
Is that
just
hour
him and
3?
me.
JP has a point.
And Matt asked me, I mean, out of nowhere, he's like, "So what's the vegetarian thing?" And I thought to myself, okay, either I could just
What's the vegetarian?
Just let
thing?
him do this story.
I
Let
could
him do
either
the
just
story.
I could either just give him the quick answer, which I give a lot of people, or I could actually give him the real answer. And so I went into the real answer: why I'm a vegetarian, what my beliefs are, what I think is stuff. And as I'm talking, Matt is actually agreeing with me on a whole lot of these issues. And I was. After this breakfast, it turned out that, okay, he and I agree on like 90%. There's like 10% of the things we didn't agree on. And all of a sudden I went, holy shit, Matt is like an onion. There are so many levels and layers to him. That's the day that I was like, I am a fan of Matt Rose. Let him have his frat boy moments when he's got the frat boys out here and stuff. But Matt
Think
is
of Matt
a
Rose.
very,
Think of it this
very
way.
cool guy.
Matt Rose was the first partner my ex had after he and I broke up, and he's my best friend now.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say about Matt Rose.
He's
fucking
Matt Rose
amazing.
is fucking
he is a
awesome.
fascinating,
amazing.
fascinating history, fascinating guy.
He's probably the single best friend I've ever had.
It's very cool.
So there you go.
And there it is for Matt.
So that's
thanks to Matt.
one good thing that Yeda brought me.
Have you ever been? Did you ever go to Washington D.C.?
I did last
When?
year
Did you?
to hang out with Matt Rose.
I forgot.
I did. So there you go. Actually,
Right, so
early last
tugs.
year. Anyway, okay. No, there's
What are you looking at your phone? home.
Because I'm getting some Facebook drama right now, and I'm looking at it. Okay, my tugs.
Podcast drama.
And I'm almost ready to take them back, but I was going to give tugs to my fellow podcasters.
Whatever.
To Dave and Justin and JP for doing 100 episodes with
Okay,
me.
I haven't seen any of you
Shut
wear
up. These
your
are my
fetish wear at the podcast. So
My fetish wear is all hung on my cock. So.
what does that mean?
My
all I have is
fetish wear.
cock rings. I don't have anything else.
So show up in a cock ring.
My fetish wear is
It'd be like
under
a
my
cock ring
shirt.
and a jock strap, I guess. But I don't want to. I mean, you're already sensitive about your chairs.
I have a jock.
Well, it's too late.
You're not going to wear one of his jocks.
I
Why
mean,
not?
I
Is
have
it an
an
XL?
Under Armour jock XL. Yeah,
Well, that's
Under
what size I
Armour
wear.
jocks XL. There you
Maybe
go.
next time. All right. I want to tug Reed for being extremely patient.
Yay,
For taking care of this.
Reed.
I want to
Poor
tug
Reed.
Mr. Yeda for his birthday, which was recently. To JP Patrick, who's a swell guy.
Yes.
To Book Bear, who
JP Patrick.
from Louisiana. JP.
Gruyere Patrick. He changed his name to Gruyere-Patrick because he loves the cheese.
What are you talking about?
He's a sexy bear from down south who's nice. Who we all know.
On what?
On
On
everything.
everything.
What do you mean everything?
It's like our Facebook.
He's-
Anyway.
All right. And my other tug goes to Book Bear, who apparently might have sent us questions, but I couldn't find them, so I'm sorry. And a
I
tug
think I
to.
read them.
Okay, then if you read them, it's okay. To Vito, who could not be. Dave, come on, we're doing tugs.
Don't listen to me.
To Vito,
You don't like the
who's not here.
They're good.
But thank you for being with
Thank
us
you, Vito.
through like episode 90, I think, or
Yes.
something. So thank you, Vito.
I thank you for letting us still use the mics.
Yeah. To David in New York, who's been a listener from the very beginning and
Hernandez.
who's been also been a good friend.
Ole.
Thank you, David.
We love you.
Last time I was in New York, I had one of the most memorable points of the visit was hanging out with David. So
Who's the guy
thank
who
you,
lives in
David.
Jersey City?
To our Hawaii boys who have been listeners from the very
Yay.
beginning.
Yes, mahalo.
Big tucks to Hawaii boys. And to Mike D, who's been a listener from the very beginning and who ended up
Has he been?
having lots of sex with one of our podcasts.
I wonder who.
So those
I
are
wonder when
my
he start listening.
those are my tugs from the very dude. He's been there from the beginning.
You think so?
He was Mike D was one of the first people who ever introduced me and said, "I listen to your podcast."
I will text him right now and ask him that question.
He's in a concert at Tori Amos.
Well, you know what?
Whatever.
At this point,
1101.
at this point, he's probably bored with it because Tori Amos only has like 3 songs.
Shut your face. Shut your face.
Was that song torn?
No, that's Natalie and Brulia.
Whatever.
It's still the same people.
She
was
was,
like,
I mean, she was
girl.
like relevant in 1997 or something.
Anyway. All right, Dave.
Dave Tugs.
I tug Ed.
Yay,
I always
Ed.
tug
Who gave us 3,000 questions.
Did we get
Thank
through his
you.
questions?
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel
All
like
of them.
we did.
All of them.
Did we?
There's 3,000. We did
I
them all.
love Ed. I miss Ed. And
Ed's
I'm sorry I
awesome.
will not get to see him this Christmas. 'Cause
Oh, that's right. You're going to be here.
I will be, unfortunately. We stormed New York City dressed up as Santa last year, and it was amazeballs.
I remember seeing the pictures.
Yes, we had a great time. We went to Rockefeller Center, and people were just like, "Hey, oh my God, Santa's!" You know,
You're like,
it was great. That's it. I mean, pretty much. And Tug, my bosses, who are listening,
Oh,
Your
big
boy
who
Tug.
sent us this giant
Yes.
thing of Maker's Mark, who I've made a fairly good dent.
You have made a mark on that one.
I've made a mark.
I can't wait to taste it sometime when I'm not been drinking vodka.
It's huge. It's a big bottle.
That's what he said.
Rough Skin, we are very
Yes.
indebted to.
Thank you.
Yes.
Rough Skin.
They seem like good people.
Forgiving.com.
Dave a job.
And I want to thank them for bringing who's his face from A-List New York into town.
What you call it?
What's
Mike,
his name?
Mike Ruiz?
Mike Ruiz, who was a total
also on,
gentleman.
And-
RuPaul.
Who I came out completely drunk at Bear Night, said a lot of shit about all kinds of stuff that I don't even remember, and he was not only diplomatic, but he was a gentleman and very articulate. I was
He's-
extremely impressed with Mike
He's
Ruiz.
used to it. He's actually much thinner.
Yeah,
in
I would say he
person,
must
which is nice.
he must be used to it by now.
Yeah, we had Rodney in actually from A-List
was
New York.
very
too.
sweet.
He shot for us this week, and he was just last
Yeah.
week, and he was great.
So I give them points.
Yay.
It's
I want those
crazy.
A-list Dallas boys to come to San Diego, though. Oh
Dallas.
my god, I want to talk to
I
them
don't think
so
we know
much.
any of those.
I love the Dallas. The Dallas show is so much better than New York.
Well, we need to bust into that because we're busting
so good.
into who's that?
Talk to
Yeah.
Levi of the Faces.
No, who's the? Oh God,
All right.
who's the gay rugby player? From Australia.
Anyway, let's just go. Justin.
Yeah.
All right.
Bald guy who
Justin,
had
who are
the
your
Jack
tugs?
cheese.
Justin, who's your tugs?
Like to give a tug out to Gary Schneider
Hi, Gary.
for being a listener and coming out here and having fun with us.
Pittsburgh.
Did
Did you say piss break?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
And
I gotta take a
I
piss
live
break.
there.
To-
Are we
That's
at
all
2
we do.
hours only?
to
Honey, we're at
2.5 hours.
hours.
All right.
to Sean Kramer, who's been a listener. He's an awesome dude.
He's awesome.
And to Dana and Jason. Just
Dana and
'cause.
Jason.
I'm coming out.
Out.
All right, my tugs are to. First one, of course, is to Mike D, my really sexy cubby boyfriend, who unfortunately is not here tonight.
Wait.
And my other
Can I
tug.
thug? Can I thug? Not thug.
He and I need to have a talk.
Tug M3, who enjoys listening. So.
Which one is M3?
M3 is Ohio.
Ohio Mike.
The second guy
Who
I was ever in
also
love
is
with.
very awesome.
We should give a tug to Ohio Mike because not only is he a good guy, but he's working within the educational system.
Yes.
And he's trying to make it different and he's trying to make a difference. And Mike, we do recognize that you do that and we are all paying attention to you over on the West Coast and rooting for you.
And you-
because so few people actually
You go.
have the energy and the commitment to actually work in the education system and make a difference.
And he went to Dollywood last week.
Yes,
How
I saw
awesome
that.
is
That was
Oh
awesome.
my god, I still want to go to Dollywood so bad.
Okay.
Mike, just because you're not stooping anybody on the West Coast anymore, it doesn't mean that we stopped caring about you.
I don't know.
Well, he still comes out for Comic Con, so that's good.
You know.
That's good. And my final tug is to all somewhat 1,200 listeners of us. Thank you very
Yeah,
much for
between
listening.
300 and
Yeah,
1200,
Thank you
whatever it is.
for listening to
And
this
speak
episode.
up. Tell us what you
And we
think.
hope that you haven't broken up with us after this.
Even if you
After this
say,
fucking train wreck.
even if you say,
How
hey
can
girl,
you not like this? Look at
hey
this.
girl, I know.
Look at
You imagine
this.
titty fucking that? It's all fur right in there. It's all fur.
And on that note,
About 6
Oh my
guys said
God.
that.
and on that note,
All right.
Justin.
Goodbye, Justin.
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Thanks for
Justin.
100 episodes,
Yeah,
Justin.
woo.
Bye. Oh my god, 100. It's
Oh, yeah.
baseball.
And
Oh
to
my god! Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Can we stop for a
Go.
second and think about 100 episodes? That's
I
crazy.
know, we've done
It's
it.
100?
crazy. It's over 3 years.
3 years?
100 times we've done this. Like
$100.
one more than 99.
About $100.
The one more than 99.
I'm JP.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
JP.
JP.
Thank you for
And
100
thank you for 100 episodes.
JP.
Thank
Yes.
you.
All right,
Did you
and
ever know that you were my hero?
It's true.
I'm Brian, and apparently I need to strive for more. When it
Goodbye,
Bye,
Brian.
Brian. We love
Keep
you.
striving.
We
Keep
love
striving.
you,
Bye,
Brian.
Brian.
We love you.
And this is Dave.
Goodbye, Dave.
Thank you for
Goodbye,
100
Dave.
episodes.
Thanks for being
Thank
so
you.
smash. Thank you for wearing your singlet.
For 3 costume changes.
singlets.
3 gallons. This is why I can't do 2
3 gallons
anymore.
Oh my god.
Is everybody drunk?
Right.
Yes, you're.
Yes.
Jesus.
There's still more in that Jaeger bottle.
You want
No,
finish that?
stop it.
One more shot.
Dude, you have to be at 8 o'clock
He
tomorrow
lives
morning.
here though. He has nowhere to go.
The dog's gonna be up at 6:30.
Oh,
Oh,
my God.
Jesus.
I think we're done.
Yes.
done.
All right.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Episode
Cleveland.
100.
100.